Girl, that's too much.
It's college football with AT&T 5G. It's never too much.
What's the score?
You're looking very handsome, Tyler. Very tall.
AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
When you start with better ingredients, better pizza, you also get better papadillas, better cheese sticks, better yummy this, and better tasty that. With this, or you can get with that. Get any two or more for just $6.99 each. That's Papa John's.
Choose Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. Enjoy 4 levels of defense that help keep your engine running like new. That's it. There is no step 3.
Welcome to Pickled,
a celebrity pickleball tournament.
It's going to be one for the books.
Pickled, benefiting Comic Relief. Thursday, 9, 8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Sylvester Stallone stars in Tulsa King, a new original series from Taylor Sheridan, the co-creator of Yellowstone. Stream it tomorrow exclusively on Paramount+. Head to ParamountPlus.com to try it for free. 7-0 Tennessee, 7 plays, 91 yards, and a 10-yard touchdown run for Jabari Small.
Tommy, you're going to be watching that Yellowstone thing.
I am going to be watching that.
I can see it in your eyes as you did that read.
All right, so let's talk about keys to an upset. We'll do that in a second.
All right.
But, you know, this is not the key, is to allow a first quarter touchdown right away.
I tell you what, over 100,000 people have breathed a sigh of relief here today, knowing that their team is fine after what they saw in Athens last week.
All right, called for the fair catch, even though he tried to run it. All right, so let's talk about what Missouri needs to do to win this game.
Well, listen, we talked about 30. If you look at the profile of their win at South Carolina, you just got to reproduce that. Third down, 50% or better. That was the case when they were in Columbia. They got to be good when they get to the red zone. They've got to get touchdowns, not field goals. And this defense, they were +2 when they played South Carolina in turnovers. They've got to find a way to give their offense some short fields.
Well, Brady Cook's second series, and Taj Butts will first run in the backfield, the redshirt freshman from St. Louis. Eli Drinkwitz and his crew have done an excellent job recruiting in Missouri. In motion is Lovett. Cook looking for Lovett, and he overthrows him by a wide margin.
Probably a wise decision.
Yeah.
He was not open. Throw that away was wise. You know, one of the things Eli Drinkwitz has to do for this young quarterback is give him what we call scripted throws, which are easy throws where he's not really reading a defense. He's just throwing it to one of his guys in his same color uniform and see if they can get something so they can make third down manageable.
Did you always script plays the first 10, 15?
Oh, absolutely. He's poking and prodding. He's like a guy dissecting a frog right now.
Little pitch to the outside for Elijah Young.
And you do that, Tom, by getting different personnel groups, lining people up where you might think you have a personnel advantage, seeing how things look in different formations. So he's looking around right now to see what his plan will evolve to today.
6, it's third down and 4. They need to get to the 34-yard line for first down.
Here's a perfect example. Look at this formation.
Yeah, a little bunch formation on the near side. See it at the bottom of your screen. Empty backfield. Play clock down to 10. Cook looking that way. He can run, but he's not going to be able to run for the first down. Wrapped up immediately and taken down at the 31-yard line. Byron Young was there to make the tackle.
That's 0 for 2 now on third down. That is not the way Eli Drinkwitz wanted to start. He had one-on-one to the bottom of the field and had an opportunity to take a one-on-one shot. Decided to stay with the read, and unfortunately, protection gave in.
You know,
probably
Young,
more of a coverage sack.
Yeah, and Byron Young last week, he came in to the Georgia game with 13 pressures on the year. Last year, none. Last week, none against Georgia.
The Byron Young story is a sensational one.
Stonehouse, second punt of the day. D. Williams lets it bounce. And it's stopped inside the 30-yard line. Well, Hendon Hooker had a very profitable first drive. He went over 10,000 total yards for his career as a college football player. He's coming back out when we return.
At Jersey Mike's, they slice your order right in front of you. Watching that can send a rush of emotions through a person. Excitement, baby-like wonder, anticipatory chewing, and happy claps sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Oh, hi. What's this? A hospital bill? For $1,100?
Looks like your wallet may need a sling, too.
Tell me about it. Did that goat say Gap?
He's talking about expenses that health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, I'm talking about the money Aflac pays to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
That ducted motor.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here, not yet. But down here, you're covered with a year of AAA, including roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, or overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Well, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
This is a community of selfless leaders and lifelong learners, backed by Orange every step of the way. This is the University of Tennessee. We give our all to discovery, to creativity, to each other. The world needs volunteers now more than ever, willing to step forward, light the way, and do whatever it takes. It takes a volunteer.
Heck of a first drive for Tennessee, Rick, and it was a lot of Hendon Hooker in his arm.
Well, given what we saw a week ago in Sanford Stadium in Athens, you wanted to see that long pass completed, and we got it. Here he's back to being the dual threat quarterback and then the running game. They were less than 100 yards a week ago. Looks like they're off to a good start here against Missouri. Important drive here for this Missouri defense because this offense for Missouri is not equipped to play from behind.
So Hooker 2 of 4 for 60 yards. Cooper Mays is his center. He's solid. Next to him is Jerome Carvin, making his 57th career game start. That sets a new Tennessee record. That's Small out of the backfield. And Hopper is able to wrap him up and take him down after a gain of 5.
That's a scripted throw. They've got a little sweep. It's just an extended handoff. Get it out there and see if Small on the grass.
Yeah, just using the athleticism of the Volunteers. On second down off the play fake. Hooker, middle of the field, pass complete to Hyatt, and now Hyatt explodes inside territory.
This is the hallmark of Tennessee's offense all season long. They give the ball in the back, commit people, and then work to the inside of the field, and Jalen Hyatt's been the chief recipient of all those throws.
25-yard gain. He has 995 yards now in the air receiving this season, as Small is able to get a few yards before Hopper wraps him up.
And this is where you start to gas that defense. They're not able to substitute. You see Tennessee's not putting new players in. These guys are trying to figure out what the down and distance is. It's complicated.
Second down at 8. Another pass play to McCoy. And you hear the brew in the background from the fans. He's going to have a first down to the 35-yard line.
Interesting story for Brew McCoy. You know, Texas, USC, now Tennessee. He's been all over the place, but I guarantee you he's found a home on Rocky Top.
Yeah, they said he came in refined already, and that's because of the stops he was at.
That's right.
He was just shy of the first down, so it's third down and less than 1. And Hooker gives it to Small, and Small has the first down to the yard line. Gain of 2.
These third and short yardages are also places where Hooker might pull that ball and use his legs to make plays. Going to do that sparingly.
On first down, he throws again to the middle of the field, and he led his man a little too much. Rakestraw with some good defense from the backside. All right, give me some advantages, Rick, of speeding it up.
Well, you test their conditioning, right? You limit the inventory of the defense. They can't make as many calls. You can see them substituting right now, but it becomes complicated to get fresh bodies in the game. And then, as I mentioned, situational awareness. Is it 1st and 10? Is it 3rd and 4? Those make all sorts of different techniques and fundamentals for defenses, and you're just trying to get lined up.
How about that bottom note? Very tough on the television crew.
Oh, big time tough on the television, folks.
First run of the day for Wright. And Wright is stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I emphasize enough this improvement of this Missouri defense from a year ago. Gosh almighty, are they playing hard and playing well. The numbers speak for themselves, but in this kind of environment, that's really impressive.
Yeah, Blake Baker is the first-year defensive coordinator. He's known Eli Drinkwitz forever. And now they've got to stop Tennessee on 3rd down. Tennessee 2 for 2 so far, facing a 3rd and 10.
Lining up in man-to-man. That's why you're seeing a call from the Tennessee sideline right here. One-on-one coverage. This is cat coverage. I got this cat, you got that cat.
And McCoy at the bottom of your screen. He's the target, and he's met immediately, wrapped up by Abrams Drain.
Interesting choice right here. You're in field goal range, but this is a high-octane offense, and they like going for it on 4th down. Looks like Josh is going to leave his offense on the field.
Yeah, 17 of 24 on 4th down conversions. Up 7-0. They spread out the receivers.
Man-to-man again.
Hooker has time. It collapses, and he's taken down. Excellent pursuit. DJ Coleman will get the sack on that one.
What a huge stop by Missouri. Really important to keep this a one-score game this early here.
Man, Tyron Hopper is unbelievable from the linebacker position.
I'll guarantee you there's 32 NFL scouts here saying so. Exactly that same thought.
Big time stop for Missouri. They stop Tennessee on 4th down, and we'll take over when we get back.
This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Aye. If you come in and come down, play. If you feel too shy, then watch for me. Watch for me.
Shake it. This the biggest bounce of the summer. If you ain't coming, that's a bummer. Watch for me. This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more mini vacations, a lot more lattes, more date nights. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
Introducing IHG One Rewards. 17 hotel brands, 6,000 global destinations. One loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
New CBS Wednesday.
We got to start picking off the people that are at the top. If you break trust with James, you go home.
Who does this guy think he is? Like, you're not the Godfather, dude.
New Survivor Wednesday on CBS.
Adam Zucker in New York with this Jeep update. Pitt scored on the first 2 plays from scrimmage against Virginia with their defense. 2 pick sixes in 16 seconds to start the game against Brennan Armstrong. It's now 21-0 still in the first quarter as we go back to T-Mac and Rick in Knoxville.
Well, Rick, as a head coach, you got to love when your defense gives you 2 pick sixes to start the game.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
God, I'm calling a hot game, aren't I?
Well, Adam, we appreciate it. We look forward to hearing from you guys throughout the afternoon. Missouri takes over after a defensive stop. In motion is Lovett. They fake the handoff to him, and Cook will run it, and he's got a first down up close to the 45.
This is exactly another scripted play. You get see what they're going to line up in empty, and they're going to use Brady Cook's legs. It's an important part of this offense. Normally they reserve it for the red zone and 3rd and 4th down short yardage plays, but this game's too big in this kind of environment to wait that long.
Schrader will check into the backfield. And Cook thought about running again. He's going to run again. He's inside Tennessee territory. And then out of bounds inside the 40. McCullough gave him a look out of bounds.
The indicator, when you see the running back leave and the linebacker leaves with him, you're in man-to-man. Who's covering the quarterback? They lose contain. Cook makes another big play.
And Tennessee was aware of the athleticism that Cook has running the football. They told us that yesterday.
I go back to my Bo Nix comparison.
Yeah.
Bo Nix right now leads the country with 13 rushing touchdowns for quarterbacks.
Here's Young. Oh, he made a man miss in the backfield. That's a heck of a miss. Flowers knocks him out of bounds. Byron Young was the guy who missed in the backfield, and that's hard to make him.
There are some people excited for Elijah Young here. He's from Knoxville. This youngster grew up here in town. You making somebody miss in front of this crowd is fun for him.
Gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This is exactly what Drink wants. He wants to have the down and distance in his favor so he can roll all kinds of dice.
That's Lovett again in motion. And Cook looking to that side of the field, dumps it off to Young, and nothing doing. Read beautifully. Jalen McCullough, loss of 2. Eli talked to us about what they have to do. 3rd down, they've got to beat South Carolina today.
Yeah, he actually gave us a better number than that because some of those 3rd downs were concessions at the end of the game where they took a knee. But this is manageable. 3rd and 4, and the quarterback's legs are in play.
0 for 2 so far in 3rd downs. Under 1,000. And you can hear him. Play clock down to 5. Cook's got a man. It's complete to Barrett Bannister, the grad student who's a heck of a story from Missouri.
Fantastic little possession receiver, understands the defensive mini field. That area right in front of the quarterback, sits in that zone for him, throws down, gives him a good target, and Cook delivers.
Bannister is from Fayetteville. Family heritage had him going to Arkansas as a walk-on. He decided to do a preferred walk-on in Missouri. 1st down. Nothing doing. That's Byron Young and Tyler Barron.
Byron Young, what a story. This young man just answered an ad in the paper.
Yeah.
Football players wanted. Ends up going to Georgia Military Institute. Never gets to play. The pandemic comes, and people recruited him off of that roster just on practice.
Yeah. And for Barron, that's part of his 14th tackle of the year. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Young in motion. They get it to him. He's got a blocker. What a catch. And he hurdles his way inside the 10.
Scripted throw. Just, instead of handing off a sweep, you throw a bubble screen as a sweep. You can see Mookie Cooper out there getting the block. This is a great job. This is how you stay in control, down in distance, and don't put too much pressure on your quarterback or your offensive line as the defense isn't allowed to pin their ears back.
It's a gain of 11 yards. Young is out. Schrader's in.
This is where we need touchdowns, not field goals, if you're a Missouri fan.
Cook's going to run it. Tries to step inside. It was met beautifully by Tennessee's defense.
Decision time for Drink. Oh, he's going to get some points.
Aaron Beasley with a heck of a shed to get that tackle. What do you think there, Rick?
I think based on what you've seen so far of your defense, I'm okay with this. It keeps the game in rhythm, keeps the game going. Harrison Mevis needs to knock this through, of course. He's been outstanding from 50.
Yeah.
Inside the 10 that make you nervous.
Well, the thicker kicker is on. Good snap, good hold. Flags come in. He drills it. And we'll wait and see who the penalty is against. This could be a big-time penalty.
If they're pointing it at Tennessee, and if that's the fact, we're 1st and goal.
Yeah, they're waving the offense back onto the field.
What a mistake if it is against Tennessee.
Number 24 of the defense lined up over the snapper. And it's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Results in a 1st down.
Yeah, Aaron Beasley, a senior.
Correction, half the distance to the goal. 1st down.
Maybe we can go to Gene, and Gene, explain that rule to everybody at home.
There you go. Beasley was creeping up. He was trying to get inside. All right, so Gene Steratore in the ref lounge. What do you think there, Gene? Explain that rule to everybody.
Formationally wise, guys, and when a player gets up to the line of scrimmage on the defensive side of the ball, he has to stay outside the framework of the center. When that player, number 24, creeped up, he was inside the framework of the center at the snap. It's an illegal formation by the defense and in a 1st down on this case.
Yeah, 1st and goal inside the 5. They pass it outside. This is the freshman Burden into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri.
And no one is smiling more than, obviously, Luther Burden's family than Eli Drinkwitz, because this was the #1 recruit out of the state of Missouri. And to get him success, to get him the ball, and in particular in the end zone, is a home run and then some.
Saw the athleticism of the play and how he was able to get around the defender. Slaughter. Point after. It's good. And we're tied up at 7 with under 2 minutes to play here in the 1st quarter. Well, the freshman getting involved. It's his 3rd score of the year, and he's feeling it.
The newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99. Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield, never not working.
We're turning up the tailgate with a Twisted Tea drop. We're surprising real Twisted Tea fans who love the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea with a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
To name yourself after the highest peak in North America? Maybe that's audacity. But towering above is exactly what the first ever all-electric GMC Sierra EV Denali Edition 1 is built to do. With 754 horsepower and up to a GM estimated 400 miles of range on a full charge, it is the Denali of EVs. The Sierra EV Denali.
It's a game of honor, and one we are proud to bring you every year. Philadelphia will be the setting for the annual Army-Navy game presented by USAA, Saturday, December 10th, right here on CBS. So back in 2015, how about this? You know, we've got all these brothers that play college football together, and for Missouri, Williams, who's an excellent player, and that's his brother, who played for Navy several years ago. Excuse me, Cedric Tillman.
Cedric Tillman,
his brother played several years ago. And he was an excellent receiver. Even though Navy doesn't throw the football that often, he certainly had the body to do it.
You can only imagine how Cedric Tillman's sitting there, what thoughts are going through his mind as he's not participating here on Senior Day.
Bad ankle, had surgery earlier this year.
Heck of a talent, heck of a talent.
Missouri will kick it off. Fair catch is called for. Tennessee will take over. Let's go down to Sherry Burris.
Well, guys, I talked to Mom and Dad, Alan and Wendy Hooker. It was right after the senior day festivities. They were so emotional. Wendy was wiping away tears from her eyes. And I asked them, guys, I said, how does this feel thinking back to Hendon at Virginia Tech to where he is now? And both Mom and Dad really kind of speechless, but they were just, you could see just how proud they are of him. And rightfully so with what he's been able to accomplish.
It's amazing how his life has changed in 1 year.
Oh,
Truly.
my. Oh, my. And then some.
So 7-7 game. And by the way, they've officially said that Burden's touchdown was a rushing touchdown because he caught the ball behind his quarterback. That's Brew McCoy, who barrels his way up the sidelines.
Josh Heupel saying, hey, I can throw those sweeps out to the sideline, too. Brew McCoy doing the honors.
Gain of 14 in the hurry up again for Tennessee. Hooker, pressure's coming, he's hit, he throws, passes, incomplete, nearly intercepted. The convergence of Rakestraw.
Rakestraw's having a heck of a day back there covering.
Yeah, he ran into Charleston, and that knocked the ball loose. So an injured player, we're tied up at 7, 1:35 to play here in the first quarter.
I got a good feeling. Feel it in my bones, gotta shake it out. I'm going harder than before, let me hear you shout. I run around the whole world, chasing that thrill from the bottom to the top, finna knock it out. Oh no, I'm the talk of the town. I know you're feeling it now. Come on and move to the sound. And keep it going, and turn it up loud. I got a good feeling.
Transitions, light under control. When we were a motorized bicycle company, they said that's fine for the streets, but you'll never win a race. They said motorcycles are one thing, but you can't make cars. All right, you're a car company, but you won't win Formula One in a hybrid. Well, you'll never compete off-road. What about when there is no road? No gas? They've challenged us to do a lot of things. What will we do next? Honda, the power of dreams.
I just got a call about a double homicide. Are you good to go? I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
Missy Peregrine returns in a new FBI Tuesday on CBS.
Well, Rakestraw is heading into the medical tent just to take a. They're going to take a look at him. He is a huge piece to this Missouri puzzle defensively. We'll get you updated on that as soon as we find out. And Hendon Hooker's fortunate that there was contact because that would have been an interception for Missouri. Two receivers stacked at the bottom. They hand it off at a gain of 2 yards. Take a look at this injury again.
Friendly fire.
Yep.
Hopefully he'll be fine. You can see the difference. Here's a high-octane offense trying to get calibrated. They're looking over to see what the box count is, see what coach wants to run.
Yeah, third down. Pressure's coming again. They try to go underneath. A one-handed grab by Jalen Wright.
Decision time again for Tennessee.
Chad Bailey was in the backfield.
Is that a flag down back there? That's in the late hit.
Yeah, it might be. Darius Robinson may have driven him to the ground.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense, number 6. 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
I mean, they are aggressive in the backfield, Missouri. And that's a tough penalty. That moves the ball to the 39 of Missouri.
Tennessee had the self-inflicted penalty with lining up over the snapper on the field goal, and now Missouri gives the gift back with the roughing the passer call here.
Yeah, and the key is
had a chance to get him off the field.
Yeah, and the key is too, you can't use your body weight and drive it to the ground like that. So 1st and 10 for the 39.
You know, there was all kinds of concern of how he'd feel after that beat up he took at Georgia last week. He said, I was fine Monday.
Blitz is coming. Here's Hyatt. And Hyatt out of bounds after a gain of, looks like 6 yards.
These kind of throws are under the heading RPO, run pass option. You've got a run called, but there's someone going to look in case that they load the box too much, and you just take the free yards.
Yeah, officially it's a gain of 4, so 2nd and 6. Hooker moves his feet around, going toward the end zone for McCoy, and it's incomplete. He was out of bounds. Jalen Carlisle in on the coverage.
Beautiful job by Carlisle, staying with there. Got there a little early. Ooh. I don't know how you missed that one watching it carefully. The only thing possible is the ball is out of bounds, but that's getting there early.
Yeah.
The alarm went off a little early there, Tom.
So 3rd down and 6.
Big 3rd down. Probably 2 downs, though, at this point in the field.
Yeah, we've kind of seen that before. They hand it off to Wright, and there's nothing doing there. Wright.
By virtue of that play call, though, you're telling you they're going to go for it on 4th.
Well, again, this Missouri defense, that's George who was there to make the contact. It's a gain of 2.
Now, the last time in this situation, they had a slant from the field open. We'll see if they go back to it.
On 4th down, 0 for 1 so far today. They have trips to the top. And that'll end the 1st quarter. Well, it's been very entertaining, this 1st quarter of football.
Hey, mission accomplished if you're Missouri right now.
7-7 game. The Volunteers on Senior Day will have a 4th down when we begin the 2nd quarter right after this.
May the weather be cold and your tub be hot. May your hard seltzer be as bubbly as jet-setting number 7. And may the real vodka and real juice be paired with real good company. High noon, sun's up.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
Jazz bath? Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Buffalo Wild Wings has deals on deals on deals. Like buy one, get one half off Wing Tuesdays, buy one, get one free boneless Thursdays, and wing bundles from $9.99. Order now at BuffaloWildWings.com.
Jimmy Smith's in East New York, new Sunday on CBS.
Now, are Big Macs really shrinking, or are my hands getting bigger?
Whoa, easy, big guy. Look, a big Carl.
Thank goodness.
Bite into a bigger, beefier burger. The Big Carl, only at Carl's Jr.
Seems fine to me. Yeah, exactly right.
Dad, how big is the ocean?
Let me call you back. That is a really good question. Tell me a joke.
Knock, knock.
You ready?
You know, there's millions of people without the health coverage they need.
I get it. You feel like it's too pricey, a headache to deal with, and not worth it.
You deserve something better and better. We're on a mission to get everyone the health coverage they deserve.
Her. These two.
And definitely them.
Nice.
Need an affordable plan with a network of local doctors you trust? Ambetter's got that and more. That's why we're America's #1 marketplace health insurance brand. Ambetter, on a mission for better.
You're worried about me taking care of my own payroll, but you're totally cool with me submitting my time, picking my benefits, managing my overtime, basically everything else. That's a good joke.
Empower your people to do their own payroll. Paycom, employee-driven payroll.
Hey, Bruce, sorry to bother you again on my vacation, but I took a look at my paycheck and it looks like a few numbers are missing. Like all of them. Can I put this on the company card?
When employees do their own payroll, they fix problems before they become problems. Paycom, employee-driven payroll.
We have big news.
Really big.
Turns out the Big Mac isn't actually that big, unlike the really big Carl, which is...
How juicy.
Hey, we're live.
It's just you and me, baby.
I'm uncomfortable.
Bite into a really big burger. The Really Big Carl, only at Carl's Jr.
Wake up with CBS 2 News this morning, 4:30 to 7 a.m.
Well, back here at Rocky Top, you see the first quarter statistics. This high-powered Tennessee offense has been brilliant at times, but then give credit to the Missouri defense, too.
Absolutely. That fourth down stop was absolutely pivotal. This has been as advertised. Number 13 defense in the country is flexed.
All right, so fourth down for Tennessee. What are you thinking here, Rick?
I'm thinking something inside. This slot receiver to the field here, coming inside. Here's Keaton.
Hooker toward the end zone. What a catch! Inside the 5-yard line. He's over 1,000 yards for the year, and an unbelievable grab.
Don't overthink it. Go to your best receiver. Give him some space to run into and hit him.
Boy, what a season for Hyatt. They hand the ball off to Wright, and Wright powers his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This is where up-tempo is absolutely lethal. When you get a ball inside the goal line, inside that black zone, inside the 10-yard line, and then get up there and punch him in the mouth. You're reeling as a defense. That's a great, great fourth down throw by Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, they say that he's improved his precision on his passes, and I think you saw that to Hyatt, and that's Wright, who just powers behind his offensive line.
And that was a great catch by Jalen Hyatt.
Yep.
That was not an easy throw and catch.
Chase McGrath on for the point after. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way. It's good. Hyatt used all of his 6-foot frame and then more to pull this fourth down reception into the 5-yard line. And then it was Jalen Wright, the sophomore, who plowed his way into the end zone behind Cooper Mays.
Around here, Saturdays don't just happen. Saturdays are in the details. It takes the X's, the O's, and the T's. The bounces, the flips, and the flights. The bulldog, the bear, the beads of sweat. It takes this moment and this moment. When anything can happen, every detail counts. Pfizer and the SEC are teaming up to remind fans to get an updated COVID-19 booster shot.
At the Home Depot, we have the tools to make holiday magic, especially when it comes to getting the perfect gift. For all those project-doing, technology-loving, holiday hosting, tool organizing, woodshop working people in your life. And gifts for everyone else in between. Get Black Friday savings all through November at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Here, we sweat the small stuff. The attention to tradition. Every detail inspires future generations. It makes a difference in this arena, this one, and this one. Here, you have to sweat the small stuff. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Tennessee has taken a 7-point lead, 14-7. All right, let's test your knowledge with today's Aflac trivia question.
Aflac.
Former Oklahoma quarterback Josh Heupel, who you see right there, was the runner-up for the 2000 Heisman Trophy. Who won the award? Two different quarterbacks, by the way, just to give you a little bit of a hint, battling for that Heisman Trophy.
I had a quarterback in that race for a little while. I was coaching at Washington at the time, and the great Marcus Tuiasosopo was a part of that deal.
Missouri lets it go into the end zone and roll out of the back of the end zone. All right, so Josh Heupel, take a look at the young-faced left-handed quarterback for the Sooners. Little jump throw there. He did a lot of that during his time. He had some pretty good players that he was throwing to, and yes, they did want him to run for anything in Soonerlands.
I tell you what, it was fun talking to him yesterday. He is so happy to be here. Talked about alignment, right? When you got an athletic director, a chancellor, and a president all in line with your vision, good things can happen, and they certainly are here on Rocky Top.
And you know how important that is, Ed.
Oh, my goodness. It's everything.
Burden trying to get to the outside, and he does. Gain of 4 yards. All right, so last drive for Missouri, they did a lot of good things.
Absolutely. Got the quarterback's legs involved. That just evens the playing field in terms of the numbers of blockers you have for defenders, and it makes defenses accommodate for him, which makes it easier for Brady Cook then to throw the ball down the field. And anytime you get your young star from Missouri in the end zone, stars go off. Yep.
And again, that was a run play for a touchdown. They adjusted it after the score. 2nd down and 3. Trips to the bottom of your screen. They just dump it off. Ooh, not much there. Good defense. Love it. Had nowhere really to go. He lost his hat. Turn tide.
That looked like Bumpus. That was a heck of a play by the outside linebacker for Tennessee. No, it was Brandon Turnage. Brandon Turnage making the play. Outstanding tackle in open space.
So 3rd down and 7.
We get back to that 3rd down conversion deal.
Cook has Dove. And Dove is probably about a yard shy of that first
half
down.
A yard. This is an interesting, this is where you might roll the dice. You know how important it is. You know how important it is to keep that defense fresh. They're sending in some troops to get a yard. See if they try to just get him to jump off sides here, Tommy.
4th down and 1. Dove got off late. Play clock winded down. Down to 0. So here's Kyle Olsen.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That was interesting. That was interesting because they were trying to get him to jump off sides, and it looks like they get him in the neutral zone, and no one moved. If you just move based on the guy getting into the neutral zone, you get the benefit of the doubt there. What was also interesting is Missouri had to run a 12th offensive player off the field. So it was a little helter-skelter time. Important for this defense now to hold if they're going to give the ball back.
Yeah, D. Williams back deep to receive, standing inside the 20-yard line. Calls for the fair catch. 27. Tennessee on top by 7. 12:40 to play here in the first half on Senior Day. Hendon Hooker going back to work.
A new NCIS, Monday, 9/8 Central, on CBS.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on select vehicles. Only at your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Proud sponsor of the LA Rams.
Whichever way the day is trending, the sweeter the McCafe, the sweeter the everything. From creamy smoothies to chocolatey frappes to caramel drizzled espresso. Get any small for just $2.50 at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
As millions flock to the metaverse, many are experiencing unnecessary pain and suffering. Injured? Just dial Pound Law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
You've probably heard of Scientology.
Why
is it a religion? What's it mean? Well, whatever you have heard, if you haven't heard it from us, I can assure you, we are not what you expect. So take a look, and then decide for yourself.
Sports Central with Jim Hill on CBS 2.
Adam Zucker with this update on Notre Dame and Navy. The Irish have been running the ball so well lately, but today Drew Pine has already tied a career high with 3 touchdowns. And check out this grab by Braden Lenzy off the defender's back and then shows it to him with his right hand. Another look, doing things behind people's back. It's 21-6, Irish in Baltimore as we go back to T-Mac and Rick in Knoxville. Notre Dame on top.
All right, Adam, thank you very much. It's a tradition, Notre Dame, Navy. They play each other every single year.
It's a great story.
Yep.
It's a great story how Navy looked after Notre Dame back during the World War II days and kind of saved them. And the payback is we're going to play every year.
So Hendon Hooker brings his offense back onto the field. Up by 7.
Man-to-man coverage.
That's Hyatt out of in motion out of the backfield. They toss it to him quickly. He makes a man miss initially, but no, he's wrapped up a loss of 2. Charleston is there. Let's check in with Sherry Burris.
Guys down here on the Missouri sideline, I'm just spotting Ennis Rakestraw. He did go back to the locker room, but you may remember he went into the medical tent. I saw him look a little wobbly. I am told he is out for now. Missouri just going to be extra careful for him. Outstanding player, very physical, the fiery of the 2 corners. Abrams drained the other one. Try to get a couple yards back. Jernigan in on the tackle, and we may have an injured player. Spraggins, the right guard, was tumbled on top of. There he is on that run play. He was trying to get up before the official blew the whistle.
Looks like he's back on his feet and is going to be fine. But this is an interesting opportunity for the defensive coordinator, Blake Baker. He loves exotic pressures, right? But via the high tempo offense of Tennessee, it's hard to get them called. You just don't have the opportunity. He said if he got 3rd down and the clock got stopped, you might see some exotic. So we'll wait and see if he turns that in. You know, his mentor was Manny Diaz.
Yes.
Manny is the defensive coordinator now for Penn State, former head coach at Miami. And having coached against Manny when he was at Texas while I was at UCLA, you keeping all that together?
I got it. Texas, UCLA, I got it.
Manny came with more kinds of pressure than you could shake a stick at. So we'll see if he dials up an exotic because he's got the luxury of time here.
Jabari Small checks back into the game in the backfield for Tennessee. Jackson Lampley is in as the right guard, taking over for Spraggins.
They're not lined up.
No, they're not. Well, let's see if Hooker can take advantage. Hooker, middle of the field, diving catch.
Boy, what an unsung hero Ramel Keaton has been. He's starting today because Cedric Tillman's not available. He's got 3 touchdown catches on the season. Every time you throw it to 80, something good happens.
Diving grab, a gain of 14. And again, that's the precision that they talk about with Hooker, that he's gotten better over the last year.
Well, the width of these splits limits what you can do throwing to the outside. So almost every throw he makes this season is coming to the inside, and he is drawing bead.
Spraggins, by the way, is back in. Hooker will keep it himself. Tried a little high step. And a flag comes in.
Gonna call that little horse collar there?
Tyrone Hopper, Tyron's cousin, was there to make the tackle and probably is the guy that's penalized.
It looks as if that's what the...
Yeah.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense, number 5. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. First down.
Yeah, so the nameplate.
The defender wants to know about the face mask that Hendon Hooker grabs right here.
Oh, yeah, right there. Eli Drinkwitz, he didn't see it that way.
Animated.
He's very animated. Even on our call this week.
Your heart and soul is in this now. Your heart and soul is in this.
First down for the 36. toward the middle of the field. Drew McCoy high in the air is able to reel it in. Rakestraw is back in, and McCoy with a wonderful grab.
Got a Missouri defender down.
Gain of 17. That's Hopper, Tyrone Hopper, who's down on the ground.
The cousin of Tyrone Hopper, right?
So an injured player. Tennessee's moving the football. We'll be back right after this.
Out here, there's no shortage of beautiful things. But when you have the capability to go anywhere and do anything, you realize there's nothing more beautiful than freedom.
During the Black Friday sales event, get $1,000 bonus cash plus no monthly payments for 90 days on these Jeep Grand Cherokee models. Visit Jeep.com or a local dealer for a great selection of Jeep vehicles.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
What do you got there? A hospital bill for me? For $1,200? Did you say Gap?
Yeah, he did. He's talking about expenses that health insurance doesn't cover. That's why there's Aflac. It pays you money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
Don't tell me he high-stepping. He stole my move.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
A game of honor. The Army-Navy game presented by USAA, December 10th on CBS.
A new NCIS Hawaii, Monday at 10, 9 Central on CBS.
Well, they helped Hopper off the field, Tyrone Hopper, and they're checking him out right now in the medical tent. Coming to CBS, an event that's really big deal. Pickled, a celebrity pickleball tournament hosted by Stephen Colbert, benefiting Comic Relief. Thursday is at 9, 8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. We watched them play not pickleball yesterday in the facilities here, but soccer, pickle soccer or something.
Yeah, they had soccer players playing on pickleball net, but only doing it with their feet.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
I'm still trying to learn the other one.
Are you a pickleball guy?
I've done it one time.
You look like a pickleball guy.
I don't know.
You look like a guy that could just absolutely... But don't step into the kitchen. Don't get into the kitchen, Tommy.
I think that's been the problem. First down from the 19. Hooker off the play fake, going toward the end zone. Caught! Let's see if he's inbounds.
It looks like the back of his hip lands in bounds. Another perfect throw by the senior quarterback for Tennessee. Hooker is back.
Princeton Fant. His first touchdown reception of the year. And there is his butt on the back of the end zone. What a grab.
You've heard of the butt fumble. Now you've got the butt touchdown.
You know, Zook just did that, talked about that Notre Dame highlight, which was an unbelievable grab if you haven't seen it. That was an unbelievable catch. So Fant now is thrown, rushed, and caught for a touchdown this year. Point after is good. 21-7 Tennessee. They got the tight end involved. Again, precision, a beautiful pass, and an even better catch. Tennessee up by 2 scores. You think parents like this on senior day? Oh, yeah.
Free breakfast, anyone? Express yourself. Express yourself. You don't never need help from nobody else. All you got to do now. Impressive. Enjoy our free, fresh, hot breakfast any way you like. Only at Holiday Inn Express by IHG Hotels and Resorts.
I'm the captain of the Pee Wee football team. We may be small, but we are mighty. I
annoying. And you are so tired from playing defense against us that your focus is about to ride the bench. Go, go, go. Thanks, Mom.
Bye.
Come on, come on. And if you have cut-rate car insurance, then not even a Hail Mary will save you from paying for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Awesome.
Wanted full-time fans must be enthusiastic problem solvers, possess strong communication skills, and happy to work weekends. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Oh, that's my piece of the shakaroni. That's the biggest one we make.
They've donated $1 from every shakaroni to the Papa John's Foundation.
Dang, that's huge. If the hoop was as big as that pizza, maybe you'd have made some of your free throws. Somebody save me a slice. Where'd he come from?
Adam Zucker in New York coming up on the Geico Halftime Report. Houston Nutt, BJ, and I get you caught up on today's action, including what happens when the top scoring team in the Big Ten faces its worst scoring defense. C.J. Stroud to Marvin Harrison Jr. and his conference-leading 11th touchdown grab in the snow. Number 2 Ohio State on top of Indiana, 28-7. Back to Knoxville.
All right, so thank you very much. Hendon Hooker with that touchdown pass now has 53. He's now tied with Josh Dobbs for 5th in school history. I have a feeling that Josh is going to lead out of the top 5 at some point today or next week or the week after.
It's a fair guess. It's a fair guess, Tom. What a changing life experience. You mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. For him to come here, and remember, it was Jeremy Pruitt who brought him here.
Yeah, Heupel
went and got Joe Milton from Michigan to come and be a part of this deal. By the way, watching Joe Milton in the pregame.
Oh, he was letting some footballs go. Fair catch. All right, we gave you the Aflac trivia question earlier. So let's refresh your memory real quick. Former Oklahoma quarterback Josh Heupel was the runner-up for the 2000 Heisman Trophy. Who won the award?
I got it.
What do you got?
Chris Winkie. Chris Winkie.
There you go.
Who was what, 28 years old at the time?
He was a little older, yes.
Yeah, gray beard at the time.
Well, Josh did some amazing things at Oklahoma.
Getting mail from the AARP.
First down for Brady Cook. Cooper's in motion. Schrader's in the backfield. Play clock was down to 0.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
All right, so they move the football back. What do you got, Sherry?
Well, guys, right now you're seeing Tyrone Hopper head back to the locker room. Remember, he got hurt. I was watching him on the sideline. It looks like, as you're seeing here, he can't really move that left arm. He was wincing just walking on the sideline. If I get any official update, I'll let you know.
All right, thank you, Sherry. We appreciate it.
The margin for this offense is so small. You cannot afford these, as Coach Drink calls them, self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, 5 penalties for 45 yards, but that one, that's off the kickoff, so you already have the play. 1st and 15, Cook in a little bit of trouble, avoids it initially and gets up to the 23-yard line. Jeremy Banks credited with the tackle. Omari Thomas had him in the backfield.
Really had his eyes down for one read. It wasn't available. His eyes went right back down to the rush and got back something of what they lost on the procedure call, but or the delay call. Big down here to get to 3rd and reasonable.
2nd down and 12. Cook's going to roll the pocket. Throws on the run. He's got the freshman Burden. And Burden out of bounds. Slaughter was in on the coverage. He's got what looks to be a first down up to the 35.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him the spot. Well, this is good news for Missouri fans. 6 guys were drafted in the NFL draft last year from the state of Missouri, and none of them played for Missouri. So when the top recruit comes to your school, you want him to be successful. This is a great beginning for Luther Burden today.
Yeah, one of the best recruits in the last decade for Missouri. Cook, little Mr. Sets up in the pocket, going to the far side. He overthrows his man. It was Schrader who was wide open.
Eli Drinkwitz is scratching his head right here because you draw up these plays and they work so beautifully, and you're going to see this running back come right out the field, and he's going to run right down that sideline, and all you got to do is give it to him. And yet, you know what it is? 2nd and 10. All that work on the chalkboard. Let's get the 2nd and 10 play.
And a really nice move by Schrader to get free. Tennessee showing blitz from the top of your screen. Now they pull back, and they bring it from the bottom. On 2nd down, they hand it off. It's Elijah Young, and Young spins his way close to the 43-yard line.
Tom, this is huge to have some portion of a running game for a couple reasons. Takes some pressure off Brady Cook, but it also gets that clock to roll. That defense has been on the field too much today.
Yep.
They have to give them a rest. They have to stay alive. I would not be surprised if we're in 2-down territory here to get this 1st down. Thing manageable.
They have 67 yards on the ground so far in this 1st half. 2 of 5 so far in 3rd downs. 3rd and 2. Little sweep, jet sweep. They've got the 1st down.
Nathaniel Pete, the transfer from Stanford, who had gotten in the doghouse for some fumbles, gets a chance right here and makes the most of it. 1st down, Tigers.
He's got a big body, big upper body, and fumbled a couple of times early this year, as you mentioned, and you can't do that when you have a small margin of error.
Don't even bring up the Auburn game. Don't even bring it up. Oh, did I? I'm sorry.
Clock is under 8 minutes to play 1st half.
Getting the call from the sideline based on the box count.
Little option read beautifully by the ends. Tyler Barron, the junior from here in Knoxville, loss of 2 on the play.
Jeremy Banks did a great job on this play, stringing it out, not allowing Cook to pitch it. Beautiful defensive technique right there.
CBS Sports embraces authentic stories. Share yours at #MyNativeStory. 2nd down and 12.
Have a substitution. That's why that umpire walks in there and holds the play.
Cooper's in motion. They dump it off. Lovett, and Lovett's out of bounds. Shy of the 1st down to the 44-yard line of Tennessee.
Eli Drinkwitz has got so many of these little scripted plays, making it simple for his quarterback. Just execute it. You can see Burton getting outside the contained defender. Now get to the sideline. Make it 3rd and manageable. For sure, we're in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, they're getting better at 3rd down. They're at 50%.
That's the number.
Yep.
Looking over, Eli's rolling hot dice right now.
Pete's in the backfield. Play clock down to 3. They give it to Pete. Barrels toward the middle. Maybe got a yard, but that's it.
I think he's short.
Yep.
But look for them to have a 4th down play here.
Aaron Beasley came up for the middle linebacker position.
And they're back on the ball, maybe trying to take a little page out of Tennessee's book with some tempo here.
They substitute Schrader for Pete. Tennessee's loving the fact they got 101,000 on their side this week. Cook lofts it. Pass is caught at the 20-yard line. Dove is going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri on 4th and 1. It's a 43-yard pass play, and they're all smiles on the Missouri sideline.
What a beautiful adjustment by Toski Dove here. It's running a corner route, and it's pretty well covered. But in terms of what the quarterback does, he backs it. You can see Toski Dove right here. He's going to head out. This ball goes back inside. He turns back into the inside, makes the play, and free safety unfortunately overruns it. Jalen McCullough right there wants that one back.
Point after is good. Beavis has been perfect this year, and it's back to a 1-possession game. Oh, this is a beauty. You rely on his athleticism, and he takes it into the house and tightens up the score.
The Dove flies.
So who's it going to be? Tom? Danny? Guess it's Aunt Maggie.
Plan today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Mass Mutual.
You called that touchdown. Saw that sack coming. Predicted the pizza tasted better than it looks. And of course, you knew the game's not over until it's over. So this NFL season, put your skills to the test with FanDuel's free games for a shot at $1 million in prizes. FanDuel, make every moment more.
It's your Uncle Cooper. If you and your truck are constantly tackling the regular duties of the day, go with a tire that can handle them all. Oh, man. I stepped in it. Go with the Coopers.
Brady and the Bucks, DK and the Seahawks. The NFL debuts in Germany tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network.
Well, for Dub, it's his first touchdown reception of the year, and for Missouri, it's their first touchdown pass in 3 games.
Yeah, Cook came into the game 6 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions, so they're playing close to the vest, but
kickoff and a fair catch. Invesco brings you tonight's Scholar Athletes. For Missouri, it's Ennis Rexstraw, and for Tennessee, it's Cheyenne LaBruza. Invesco is proud to support student athletes on and off the field with a donation of $1,000 to both Missouri and Tennessee's general scholarship funds. And for more on Ennis, here's Sherry Burse.
Well, guys, he's a 2-time SEC honor roll athlete, and he has an incredible story coming back from tearing his ACL last year. It was a tough process for him, but it all paid off when he got his first interception against Abilene Christian. But as we saw it today, guys, he's battling that injury. He was a little banged up, went to the locker room, but he's still back out of here fighting.
Said one of the toughest phone calls he made was to his mom when he said, "My leg is bothering me," and it turned out that it was a torn ACL. And here's that interception that Sherry was talking about.
That's called being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. He's trying to get his footwork back down there. Speaking of footwork, how about Jabari Small on 2nd down and 6?
What a move he puts on Charleston. Joseph Charleston, the safety, coming up to make a play. What a move. We'll get that back for the replay here in a bit.
7 carries, 45 yards. That was a gain of 26. Here's Jacob Warren with a flag coming flying in. The tight ends, as Martez Manuel is in on the tackle. Let's see what Kyle Olson has to say about this flag and who it's against.
Looks like defensive hold.
Yeah.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 1. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is a first down.
So Carlisle is called for the penalty for Missouri.
First down, ball.
First down to the 33-yard line as we wind down toward 5 minutes to play in the first half. Number 5 team in the country in the final home game of the season.
Chance for perfection. They have not been perfect at home in this century, other than 2007.
One of the great stories in college football is the resurgence of the Tennessee Volunteers. Right, running left, right is to the 15-yard line. Charleston and Carlisle make the tackle, but they'll mark him to the 14.
It's amazing how quickly they get back up to the ball. Here they come. This is when they've got you.
Gain of 19, and here we go again. It's right again as he catches his breath. No gain on that one.
28 seconds left on that shot clock when they got that play called.
That was Darius Robinson. So 2nd down and 10. Hooker keeps it himself, and Hooker high steps to the 5, crosses over to his left into the end zone.
How do you want to spend senior day, son?
Wow. His 5th rushing touchdown of the year. It also marks the 15th time in his college career he's got a rushing and passing touchdown in a game.
I don't know. How about I just run for a touchdown, throw a touchdown, and do it in front of 100,000 of my closest friends?
And they do it in an explosive fashion. A minute 42. McGrath with the point after. It's good. He's 6'4", and he can throw. He can run. We'll be back in 30 after Tennessee puts another 7 on the board.
This thing is making me get an ice bath again.
What do you mean? These straps are mind-blowing. They collect hundreds of data points like HRV and REM sleep, so you know all you need for recovery.
And you are?
I'm an investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives me access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like wearable training optimization tech.
How long you...
I'm done.
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ.
I'm okay.
Before investing, carefully read and consider fund objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
28-14 with 4:06 to play here in the first half as Hooker just scored on a rushing touchdown. Jackson Lampley is the injured player on the field. He's the backup offensive lineman who did get a few reps earlier at right guard. Now this is after the point after. Everybody left the field and he was still on his back.
Looking at a lower body extremity. You know, this is an interesting time of the game as they administered a young Mr. Lampley. This is what coaches now are calling the middle 8.
Yeah.
And Eli Drinkwitz calls it the swing 8 because it swings the momentum of the game. An opportunity to take this remaining 4 minutes and 6 seconds, try to get some points, and then hopefully jump out to getting it done again at the start of the second half.
Hey, tomorrow, week 10 of the NFL on CBS slate is headlined by Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars taking on Mahomes and the Chiefs, and the Texans meeting the Giants. We'll get you set for kickoff beginning at noon Eastern with JB and the guys on the NFL Today. Sunday, the NFL is on CBS. NFL is also venturing into Munich tomorrow. And Roger Goodell said these last couple of days that they're going to play at least 4 games in Munich in the next several years.
From the pictures I've seen already over the airwaves, it looks like they should play a lot of games.
Yes.
It's festive.
Missouri will try to return this one up to the 32-yard line. All right, so does Missouri have it in them in 4 minutes to try to get back into this again?
No panic here. The plan is working. There are going to be some tweaks defensively. They'll get those done at halftime. But what you want to do here, if you're Eli Drinkwitz, is take all of this. You do not want to give the ball back to that guy number 5, Hendon Hooker. Take it all, use the time, get some first downs, and get yourself into a position to score. Obviously, you'd love a touchdown, but points here and time are crucial.
Yeah, you've got a kicker in Harrison Mevis who's 4 of 5 from 50 yards or more this year alone. On first down for the 32. Cook will keep it himself. He's got a blocker. Schrader frees him for a few extra yards up to the 40. Jeremy Banks made the tackles. He stayed with them.
Quarterback draw. Great first play. Second down and 2. That opens the entire playbook for you. Look at him down there reading his running back's block. Could have almost gotten a face mask there.
Yeah, he signaled that when he got up. Second down and 2. Schrader trying to get the first down. Not much there. Juwan Mitchell made the tackle from behind for Tennessee.
Gonna mark him a hair short.
Yep.
This is, you know, Drink doesn't want to get over his skis here, but this is where you need a first down. I wouldn't be surprised that he's got a 4th down call here too, but you're going to use some of this clock.
Now we tighten up our 3rd down conversions. 3 yards or fewer, they're 2 of 3. 3rd down and 1 out of the gun. And Cook thought about throwing, does throw, pass is incomplete. He had his tight end Tyler Stevens going to the ground, but he couldn't hang on. And now it's 4th down and 1.
Yeah, this is making the easy hard right here. He's out there. You've got an open receiver. Got to give him a ball, and then you've got to get down there and make that catch. Hope that Stevens is okay.
He landed on that shoulder right there. Well, this is not what Missouri wanted to do.
Yeah,
now you give this high-powered offense.
Tennessee's going to be in what we call safe. They do not believe that they're punting the ball. You can see there's going to be no pressure put on this punter.
Stonehouse gets it off. Fair catch is called for. Tennessee will have it at the 22-yard line. So Hendon Hooker going back to work. All right, so we know he's big, we know he can throw, but he also can run.
He had over 100 yards in the big win to kind of slay the dragon that was Florida.
Right there.
Yeah, listen, he's gifted. He's not what you'd call the most beautiful runner. He almost looks stiff-legged at times, but you like the results. And you have to accommodate for his ability to run the ball, or you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, so there he was today.
Missouri just found out on that last drive.
4 carries, 33 yards today. His family, he gave us a long list of the 30 or so folks that Sherry talked about earlier today. They give it to Small trying to shed a tackle.
Nice tackle by the middle linebacker there, Chad Bailey, kind of the quarterback of this defense. Look, there's no clock offense for Tennessee. They play clock offense all the time.
Here's Small again. He made a man miss. There's a flag in. Gate of 2.
Normally where you see offensive holding.
I think that's on Cooper Mays, the center.
Likely.
Holding, offense, number 63, 10-yard penalty, second down.
Preseason All-SEC third-team selection. Yeah, a little bit of a hook on the shoulder.
Had to be fun for the Mays family when both Cooper and Cade were getting to play here together. Cade, of course, had transferred from Georgia back to his hometown here to play with the home team Volunteers.
Yeah, Dad Kevin also played for Tennessee.
You know he wanted to be on that front with him.
Oh, there's no doubt. Second down at 13.
Clock moving.
Hooker near side has Hyatt. And Hyatt eluded Charleston and gets up close to the 30.
This is what Blake Baker talked about, the ability to tackle in space. Called them hitch tackles. You got to get down there, you've got to get your arms around, gives them a chance to get a third down stop here.
And we both thought about this. Georgia did it really well last week against Tennessee.
Unbelievably. Georgia put a clinic on tackling last week.
3rd and 2. Tennessee up by 14, trying to not only get into the end zone, but milk this clock. They're going to run the option. Hooker keeps it himself. What a move. And Hooker into the open field. Inside Missouri territory, he ran into his own man.
Chris Abrams drain on the tackle, but a huge play. Again, you're playing man. You get that edge defender. The quarterback as a runner is your extra blocker.
So first down after a gain of 28 yards. Throws to the sidelines to McCoy. And McCoy tackled one-on-one. That was Rakestraw.
Great tackle. You have to make those tackles as we get down here to the brass tacks of the quarter. 48 seconds remaining.
But again, Tennessee has 3 timeouts left. We'll be back in 30 seconds. A timeout called by Tennessee.
Michael, you can do anything you want. Why this?
I don't want to be stuck behind the desk.
But out on your own?
I won't be alone. I'll be a part of a team, making an impact.
Great job.
So what do you say, Mom?
We're down under a minute to play. Hendon Hooker's been productive in this first half. I mean, he's kind of got his moxie back again.
There's no question. I don't think he ever lost it. Remember, he gathered that entire offense in the waning moments of that game at Georgia and said, this is not going to define us. And boy, is it a great performance thus far today. The whole offense is available to him.
Yep. On 2nd down and 5, slant to Hyatt, and Hyatt can't hang on. It's almost as if he looked to run, and it wasn't perfect, the pass, but it looked to run before he grabbed it.
You haven't seen many of those this year. Haven't seen many of those. There's no question he was looking to see where he was going with the ball. 3rd down now. Probably within the kicker's range right here, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it on 4th down again here, Tom, if this is the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, McGrath's career high is 52 yards. His season high is 51. This is probably the slowest you'll see Tennessee run its offense. 3rd down and 5. Play clock down to 5. Hooker, middle of the field, and another drop. Wow, Hyatt. That's uncharacteristic.
Blake Baker has to be counting his lucky stars, because you can't give Hyatt that much room in man-to-man coverage and expect to survive. You just can't do it. It's happened now twice.
So not going for the long field goal. Instead, on 4th down, it looks like they're going to go for it.
If they get this kind of cushion again, look for a very similar type of play.
Keep an eye on Hyatt. He's one of the trips to the bottom, and now a timeout call by Missouri. Back in 30 seconds, 42 seconds to play. 1st half.
Did you know you can save with GoodRx, even if you have insurance?
You know, I thought my prescription was covered until it wasn't, but GoodRx helps with that.
I work for myself, so I buy my own insurance. And I still check GoodRx.
I'm on Medicare. I check GoodRx because it can beat my copay. Who wouldn't like that?
Even if you have insurance, GoodRx can help you save.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
Another good reason to check GoodRx.
Two offensive-minded guys right there. Hey, coming up on the Geico Halftime Report, Adam, BJ, and Houston Nutt will break down our first half and bring you the best highlights from around the country. What do you think the guys are doing without you today?
They're sitting there enjoying Houston. He's, a mild-mannered guy. He's got enjoying a nice little fare. Brian doesn't realize no one's stealing his food. It's like, a nice day there in New York City for these guys.
There's Chase McGrath. They decide to go for it on 4th and 5. Up by 2 scores. Hyatt's in the picture at the top of your screen next to McCoy. Hyatt's 11, McCoy's 15.
This has an opportunity to be a run. It looks like they're going to play 2 deep man under coverage.
Hooker avoids the pressure. Flags come in, and Hooker's going to go down. Chad Bailey took him down. The flag was very early in that play.
Yeah, it looks like offensive holding. I'm surprised they didn't check to a quarterback draw versus that look.
It's a loss of 4. Jeremiah Crawford, who was playing left tackle.
Holding, offense, number 53. That penalty is declined. 1st down, Missouri.
Yeah, he took most of the snaps last week against Georgia. He's a senior, but he's called for the penalty for the Vols.
Hey, with 2 timeouts left, Missouri's got a chance to get into position for Mevis. No question about it. They probably need, I would say, 30 yards.
Yep.
But probably could get away with 25, given the thicker kicker's range.
That's right. 50.
I'm not making fun of him, ladies and gentlemen. This is self-proclaimed thicker kicker.
That's right. He's got shirts. He's got a burger named in his honor called the Thicker Burger. Thicker Kicker Burger.
What a world. What a world we live in.
1st down for the 41. Here's Cook looking for Schrader, and he just threw it away because the coverage was there.
Well, it was a predetermined screen. Again, they're scripting these throws, trying to make it simple for Brady. Brady, you just throw it to who I tell you to. If he's not there, throw it away. But he looked like Bannister had a chance on the wheel route, but it wasn't even part of the read.
There's Harrison Mevis.
Quarterback run right here is still in the game with 2 timeouts here, too, Tom.
2nd down and 10. Trips to the bottom.
Quarterback run right here is a big play.
Yep, he's going to keep it himself. He's able to slice through the defense. He's inside Tennessee territory, and then some. A quick burst, and he's inside the 20-yard line.
You just can't line up like that, especially with the timeouts as they are.
They call a timeout. Charles eventually got to him. And Cook now has a career high in rushing after that run of 40 yards.
Let's take a look at this. That box, there aren't enough guys. And he sees it and is off to the races. And he's athletic enough, going back to our comparison of he and Bo Nix, to make plays like this.
Yeah, and what did Eli Drinkwitz say to us? He said, there is a little Bo in him, but sometimes when the play unravels, he can't see the new picture.
Yeah, the extended play, he's not quite there yet with his eyes down the field. But this is a huge momentum shifter. And again, the swing 8, right?
Yep.
Eli Drinkwitz, about those last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half, if we can gain some momentum in those little pockets of the game, it ends up being, at least scientifically, the analytics guys, Tom, say that helps you in games. You an analytics guy?
Well, I think you have to be in this day and age.
Well, you baseball guys, you're all analytics.
Elijah Young checks in.
Still 2 timeouts. They used the timeout.
Yeah, they
did. 1 timeout left.
On first down for the 19. Cook's keeping it himself, and he dives forward to the 15.
Timeout again. Oh, they're going to spike it.
Gain of 4. Clock is winding. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Yeah, they kind of just wasted that, didn't they, Rick?
Yeah. See, that's why I was calling timeout again, because now you have 2 plays. You can throw one into the end zone, and then you can hopefully get your kick. That play was a all or nothing type of play.
Yeah, because you're going into the locker room right now with a timeout in your back pocket.
Exactly.
All right, so Nevis will try the...
now the stage is set for the thicker kicker.
Yeah. (16 of 21 on field goal attempts. This one will be 33 yards, middle of the field. Timeout is called as the kick is booted through.
You know, as we see Josh Heupel freeze up here.
Timeout, Tennessee.
30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
When disaster strikes, what really matters? It's not walls, pipes, or sheetrock. It's not rugs or furniture. What matters most is getting you back on your feet. And you deserve a company that knows what matters. Belfor, restoring more than property.
All right, so officially they're calling this a 32-yard field goal attempt. It's between the hash mark, the 33, the 23, and the 22. Nevis, middle of the field, good snap, good hold. Oh boy, there was almost somebody there, but it's right through the middle of the uprights. And that is the end of the first half. 28-17, Tennessee on top of Missouri. Pretty entertaining on both ends. So that's the end of the first half. For Sherry's halftime interview with Coach Heupel, go to Twitter at SEC on CBS. As we wind down our first half, we send you to Adam Zucker in our New York studio for the Geico halftime reports.
All right, T-Mac, fun first half, and coming up here on the Geico halftime report, we'll preview Alabama and Ole Miss and show you LSU's struggles right now in Fayetteville after this word from your local station.
New Survivor, Wednesday at 8/7 Central on CBS.
Now, are Big Macs really shrinking, or are my hands getting bigger?
Whoa, easy, big guy. Look, a big Carl.
Thank goodness.
Bite into a bigger, beefier burger. The Big Carl, only at Carl's Jr.
We gotta see the selection for ourselves.
Tile, wood, stone, laminate, and vinyl?
This hardwood is beautiful.
This vinyl is durable.
And this tile? So affordable.
But when it comes to everything our family needs, this one is perfect.
Now this store is the real deal.
At Floor & Decor, there's plenty of room to explore. Because with everyday low pricing on quality in-stock products and on-trend styles, you can really bring your living room to life. Discover Floor & Decor today.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on select vehicles. Only at your SoCal Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the LA Chargers.
We have big news.
Really big.
Turns out the Big Mac isn't actually that big, unlike the really big Carl, which is...
How juicy.
Hey, we're live.
It's just you and me, baby.
I'm uncomfortable.
Bite into a really big burger. The Really Big Carl, only at Carl's Jr.
CBS 2 News at 5 with Pat and Jeff. Stories that connect us all.
In this game, it's the highest of highs when you win it, and it's the lowest of lows when you lose it. Touchdown, Navy! What a scene.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Halftime Report. Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
All right, hello, everyone. Come on in. Adam Zucker here alongside Brian Jones and 3-time SEC Coach of the Year, Houston Nutt, hanging out with us. Our score at the half, 28-17 Tennessee. The Vols offense, most yards they've had against an SEC opponent in a half, feeling reignited, but they might need even more in the second half, BJ.
No doubt. Last week, that Georgia defense had them rope-tied and branded. This week, I can breathe. I can see. I can walk, coach. Watch Hendon Hooker hook it up with his favorite target here late. Jalen Hyatt sets up his second touchdown pass. And what a beautiful throw to the tight end, Princeton. Moving this rock consistently now, unlike last week. And Hooker utilizing those crazy legs. They're all over the place. His 5th rushing touchdown on the season. You see 2 total TDs. So he's back to being Hendon Hooker, but it hasn't been all peachy keen, Coach.
It hasn't, and I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with Missouri's effort, playing extremely hard. You got to keep things mixed up. Watch him keep him bottled up, because as you know, he can escape and make things happen. He knows how to improvise, and I love the way Coach Rick is mixing things up. Look at this is a 4th and 1 play. Dove goes and catches the ball, throws it open. Brady Cook doing a really good job with the quarterback draws and mixing things up.
And it's a team that gave Georgia fits earlier this year, and they're bothering Tennessee enough in this game that they're still hanging around in it. Big exchange before the half there, so an 11-point lead for the Vols. Let's hit some highlights now. Tennessee fans, your scoreboard watching. You want LSU to lose at Arkansas on the frozen tundra of Fayetteville today. It was frozen down there, Coach.
A little chilly. A little chilly in the Ozarks. LSU not quite awake. LSU turns it over. Malik Hornsby right here has a chance. On red zone right here. They don't make it. LSU does a good job of keeping them out of the end zone. And then again, look at the defense of Arkansas. They came to play. Unlike last week, came to play, keeping them behind the count. Fun good.
So 6-3, what do you think's happening there, BJ?
Well, to Coach's point, a little hangover from last week's big, magnificent win versus Alabama, and now you have a team in Arkansas that knows they didn't play well, especially in that first half, and defensively, for the first time all season, they held an opponent scoreless, and they picked up where they left off. But I think Jaden Daniels and that offense, they'll rev it up here in the second half.
No KJ Jefferson, so Malik Hornsby's in, different type of offense. Get that ball to Rocket Sanders, use the clock, shorten the game a little bit, because the defense of Arkansas is playing well.
But they're more one-dimensional when it's Hornsby in there as opposed to KJ Jefferson. And LSU knows what's at stake. Man, they went out, they're in, or win today, and Ole Miss loses, they're in the SEC championship game.
Yeah, very much in the driver's seat now in the SEC West.
So quit playing around.
Number 2, Ohio State, playing host to Indiana. BJ's advice always comes in a very gentle manner. C.J. Stroud to Marvin Harrison Jr. Stop me if you heard that before.
Oh, my goodness. What kind of shoes is he wearing today? That's what I want to know. Them LVs, or he got them red bottoms or something. They can not only pass it, they can run at Maya Williams. And you see that snow? That's all Maya Williams' fault. Last week versus Northwestern doing the snow angel and that torrential downpour and wind. He brought the snow. Unfortunately, the young man got injured and was carted off the field. So hopefully that works out and he can get back healthy soon.
Had 147 yards when that happened. All right, we've got more highlights and a look ahead to Alabama and Ole Miss when the Geico Halftime Report returns.
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs, Mercedes-Benz, Rocket Mortgage, and by Geico.
Hello. I saw you move in, and I wanted to welcome you to the neighbourhood with some homemade biscuits.
Oh, that's so nice.
And a little tip, Geico could help you save on homeowners insurance.
Oh.
Cookies.
Biscuits.
Is there a little nutmeg in there?
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
You can tell me.
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Call Geico and see how easy saving on homeowners and condo insurance can be.
I'll come back for the plate.
Mercedes-Benz is turning electric completely on its head, bringing legendary design and state-of-the-art technology to a fully electric SUV. The all-new, all-electric EQB from Mercedes-Benz.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more mini vacations, a lot more lattes, more date nights. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
Smile Direct Club. These are Smile Direct Club aligners. They can turn a smile like this into a smile like this in as little as 4 to 6 months for less than $3 a day. Choose Smile. Get started for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen and unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
Oh, Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Classic and old world pepperoni on one pizza and that Parmesan seasoning. The phrase slice of heaven comes to mind. Marco's, pizza lovers, get it.
What are you doing in Tulsa?
I'm gonna own this city.
Tulsa King. New series streaming November 13th, exclusively on Paramount+.
CBS Sports embraces authentic stories. Share yours at #MyNativeStory and join us in celebrating Native American heritage. We welcome you back to the Geico Halftime Report. In the second game of our SEC doubleheader, Nick Saban's 9th-ranked Tide roll into Oxford for a battle with Lane Kiffin and number 11 Ole Miss that may still determine how the West is won.
People have kind of written us off to some degree. I think we need to get focused on what it takes to win games.
Still a lot to play for. Still a season to play. We still have a standard to uphold.
We're not done. Tell you, we're not done.
Everybody give everything you got. Play physical, man. One snap at a time. Team on three. 1, 2, 3.
This is the SEC. Teams lose big games. Teams win big games. This is a great team we're going to go play. You know, their record means absolutely nothing.
Extremely challenging opponent. Always ready to play. They always rebound. Get your popcorn ready.
Never gets old.
That bravado from Lane Kiffin will never stop. The question is whether or not that flows downstream to that locker room and to his players, and does he have the requisite players to knock off Alabama? It's not that people have given up on Alabama. Other teams have elevated their play, and now they're winning those close matchups.
This is an unusual spot for Alabama. This is kind of we're thinking, usually they're getting ready to clinch the SEC championship, right? But, hey, it's different. And Ole Miss is running the football. Quinshon Judkins has been outstanding and leading the SEC in touchdowns.
Yeah, Bama in that spoiler role today. Looking forward to it. Let's go back to the highlights now. As for how the Big Ten West will be won. Huge game today in Champaign. Purdue, one of 4 teams trailing Illinois, who's got Chase Brown, the nation's leading rusher. Only 5 touchdowns coming into the day, Coach, but he's got a couple.
Chase Brown, look at it. He's not going to put. He's holding. No. Heisman, be careful right there now. Now, Aiden Connell's going to come right back, guys. He's going to throw it to Charlie Jones for 6. It's tied up.
One of the best in the land, tied at the half, Charlie Jones is. And you want a good catch. Actually, BJ, you want to see a magic trick?
Is this pure artistry or is this just pure luck? How about some Irish luck, baby? Braden Lindsay.
Give me that, baby.
Unbelievable catch. He catching this with both hands behind the defender's back.
Give me that.
And then he's going to show it to him.
I'm going to pull a ball out from behind your back. Wow.
That was incredible. Drew Pine is having a heck of a day. 14 of 16, 234, 4 touchdowns through the air, 1 rushing.
That's a career high, 4. And Coach Vandy is up, and they're up at Kentucky.
How about this right here? Mike Wright right here is going to take it himself all the way to the end zone.
Where's my D?
59 yards for a touchdown. 7-3.
How about some more?
They're going to add some more, Coach.
Come on. Oh, right here, Ray Davis is going to take it in from the 1. Guys, Vanderbilt is on top of Kentucky.
Isn't there an interesting stat, the 9 games where they held the lead at half and they still lost?
Yeah, 9 straight SEC games. They've also lost 26 straight SEC games. Tennessee's going to get the ball. They got to score this time?
They definitely have to score. Missouri's not going anywhere, and Tennessee's pass defense has been woeful.
Missouri's got to bring that effort on defense and bottle up Hendon Hooker somehow and hold those wideouts.
You got UConn on top of Liberty over on CBS Sports Network, but that'll do it for now from New York. Your second half is coming up.
CBS Sports presents the Geico Halftime Report. Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
I'm a coastal lodge. That might sound fancy, but I'm pretty down to earth. No flashy lights or big city noise here. I'm looking for someone who enjoys the soothing sounds of the ocean and taking in the view. I might have a rocky exterior, but I've got soft pillows and breakfast on the house. So if you're looking for a warm place to stay, toss another log on the fire.
Over the past 2 years, Jersey Mike's fundraiser for Feeding America has been a huge success. Their efforts helped provide more than 75 million meals when people needed it most. But there's still work to be done.
Thank you, Claire. This year, we'd like to invite you back to Jersey Mike's for another special weekend. Come in November 19th and 20th, where 20% of all sales will be donated to Feeding America, helping families in need.
Together, we always make a difference.
At Chewy, you can save on all the gifts you need for the gifts that keep on giving. Because while they don't understand why you'd ever leave the house like this, they'll happily hold down the fort while you're gone. Great prices, happy pets. Chewy.
It's a good day to start something new. To brush away gray in 5 easy minutes. To put yourself out there and always put your best face forward. Just for men, mustache, and beard.
The world used to be unsearchable. Then came Google. Our body's rhythm used to be invisible. Then came Fitbit. What if the two forces joined together? What if you were more in tune with your body and with the world around you? What if Fitbit transformed the way we live? Again, Fitbit by Google.
Ever wonder why they call it the American dream and not the American goal or plan? Maybe it's because in dreams, you can do anything. In dreams, you can hold your entire world in the palm of your hand and turn time inside out again and again. And you can do it all with your eyes wide open.
Twisted Tea fans love football, so we're surprising them with a Twisted Tea drop. We're kicking off game day with Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Cold, refreshing, and goes down smooth with 5% alcohol. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
The new season is on. Familiar faces and new names are ready to go live. Don't miss a week of the race for the FedEx Cup.
Tennessee trying to get back on the winning track. They're on top 28-17 here at halftime at Rocky Top. And now a taste of tradition presented by Sonic. Let's send it down to Sherry.
Well, thanks, Tom. In 2012, that was Missouri's first season in the SEC. Late in the year, they were on the road in Knoxville, Tennessee. The Vols outgained Missouri 330-64 in the first half and took a 21-7 lead into halftime. Missouri turned it on in the second half, tying the game with 47 seconds left. Missouri QB James Franklin found Doriel Green-Beckham in the corner of the end zone. The game ended up going to the fourth overtime. Missouri kicker Andrew Baggett kicked a game-winning 35-yard field goal.
Well, that was entertaining. The first half here has been entertaining. The second half is coming up for Rocky Top.
COVID-19. Some people get it, and some people can get it bad. And for those who do get it bad, it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, asthma, or smoking. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, don't wait. Ask your healthcare provider right away if an authorized oral treatment is right for you.
Hey, Dad, I'm almost out.
I got you.
Any questions, Chris?
All good. Thanks, Maura. There you go. One new inhaler.
Nice. Did you get my refill, too?
Maybe.
Here you go, sir.
You're a lifesaver.
So nice day.
Healthier is managing all your family's prescriptions in one app. CVS Pharmacy. Healthier happens together.
Domino's online carryout deal includes all your favorites for just $7.99 each. So let's play a word association game. Dips and twists.
$7.99.
AP swings.
$7.99.
Large one-topping pizzas.
$7.99.
The only place to get this deal.
Domino's.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. I want that personal price plan. So how's this for personal? I draw mustaches on players' faces when they're asleep.
Coach Reed, you don't need to get that personal to get the State Farm personal price plan. It helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Oh.
Coach, it happened again.
I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Trash. If we can't punch this one in, we don't deserve to win.
What?
Looks about 30 yards. Yes, touchdown!
It's too much. It's college football with AT&T 5G. It's never too much. Sorry.
Trojans winning? Oh yeah, we're winning.
AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
A dental tool is round for a reason. So is an Oral-B. Round cleans better by surrounding each tooth. So clean, you'll feel like you just left the dentist. Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Come and get it.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X. GMC, we are professional grade.
Back here in Knoxville as we get set for the start of the third quarter, it's Tennessee 28 and Missouri 17. So our Geico first half game trends, you and I were talking, Rick, during the break, the rushing yards for both quarterbacks.
Hey, Coach Drink's got to be giddy about the way Missouri's offense is playing. Remember, the most they've scored is 23 points against a Power 5 opponent. Right now, everything going their offensive way. They've got to play better defensively, got to make sure Hooker gets one-dimensional. They can't let him beat him with his legs.
Yeah, both quarterbacks have really shown their ability to run the football and do it in somewhat different ways. Tennessee will have the football to begin the second half, so Missouri about to kick things off. Along with Rick Neuheisel and Sherry Barris, I'm Tom McCarthy. Gene Steratore is with us as well. All right, here we go. The second half, the final home game of the regular season for Tennessee. trying to become undefeated here at home for the first time since 2007. And that was a booming kickoff. Let's go down to Sherry.
Well, guys, Coach Eli Drinkowitz, we talked about it, talking about the importance of the swing 8 or middle 8. So these first 4 minutes in the second half really wants to see his defense get that signature stop. But did say on defense, particularly their self-inflicted wounds with all those penalties.
Yeah.
And it was a similar sentiment for Josh Heupel. Told me they want to clean up their execution so they also stop hurting themselves with all those penalties.
Yeah, no doubt, Sherry. And by the way, if you had turned around, that kickoff may have went right into your arms, by the way. Here we go. Beginning of the third quarter. Hooker, pressure's coming from the backside. His pass is incomplete at the shins of Rue McCoy. All right, so first half possessions and a lot of speed, too, for Tennessee.
Look, Tennessee is back to being Tennessee, but there are some kind of glitches in the system. They're not as consistent running the ball.
Here's Hyatt. Little stiff arm. He's short of the first down. Flag comes in.
Looks like a face mask there at the end of that tackle.
Yeah, Carlisle was there on the tackle.
And while Hooker was 17 of 24 in the first half, there were some balls that usually are completions for the Volunteers.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense, number 1. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. First down.
Yeah, second one of the game for Missouri, the second horse collar called against the Tigers.
These safeties for Missouri have been outstanding. Both of them came into this game with more than 40 tackles. They're kind of Johnny on the spot defenders. They can cover man. They can play the run. Really good players in the back end for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're second and third on their team in tackles. Carlisle and Charleston. From midfield on first down. Hooker thought about keeping it himself. Throws to the middle to Hyatt. Flags come in. And Hyatt's going to get toward the sidelines before he's shoved out of bounds. Charleston was there on the tackle. And let's see who the penalty is against. It looks like it's against Tennessee.
Holding. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Spragan's the right guard.
They're going to bring this one back, but this is what NFL guys like to see in their quarterback, the ability to climb back in the pocket and make these kind of plays.
So the 10-yard penalty moves the ball back to the 40-yard line, and that's kind of what Josh Heupel said that they had to clean up. You know, some of the penalties. Yeah. Drinkwitz said the same thing. 10 combined penalties.
You thought coaching was easy, didn't you, Tom?
Well, some guys do make it look easy. On first down, Hooker, he's wrapped up and taken down. Isaiah McGuire came from the ends. That's his 13th career sack.
This front four for Missouri comes into the game with double-digit sacks when you combine them. And they just make life miserable, especially in long yardage situations where you make them one-dimensional.
Yeah. The senior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. On second down and long, Hooker's hit as he lets that one go to McCoy. And McCoy is wrapped up by the ankles by Abrams Drain. And he did not let go.
There's that hitch tackle drill, right? I'm going to get you and hold on until the posse gets here. Third and forever right now. See what kind of pass rush they dial up.
Yeah, Tennessee needs
to get Tennessee off the field.
Yeah, they have to get to the 40 of Missouri for first down. So third down and 20. They're going to switch Small in for right in the backfield. And now substitutions for Missouri after the sub for the running back.
Taking advantage of an offensive substitution, you get all the time you want. And now it ends up leading to a
delay
penalty.
Game, offense, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Explain that a little bit, Rick, because it's different from the pros to the college game.
So whenever the offense substitute, the umpire then stands over the ball and allows the defense to accommodate with their substitution. And even if it goes to the end of the 40-second clock, it's your right. And so every time you substitute, you have to know that's a factor.
So a loss of 5 more. It's 3rd and 25. Hooker dumps it off to Small. One-handed grab. Wow, what a beautiful play. He's shy of midfield. Bailey came in from behind to make the tackle. Gain of about 12 yards, but well shy of the first down.
An important play, though, because it gives them, the ball's at midfield and has given them the opportunity to punt this ball down inside the 10-yard line. Remember how important that punt was last week when Georgia knocked it inside the 1. For a punter, it's the equivalent of a hole-in-one.
Yeah, they do like it. Burden is back deep to receive. Burden called for the fair catch. All right, so Missouri will get the football for the first time here in the 3rd quarter. Brady Cook back on offense.
At the Home Depot, we have the tools to make holiday magic, especially when it comes to getting the perfect gift. For all those project-doing, technology-loving, holiday hosting, tool organizing, woodshop working people in your life. And gifts for everyone else in between. Get Black Friday savings all through November at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
As I sat there taking out zombies with my best friend, I thought, isn't it great that T-Mobile's network is powerful enough to bring high-speed home internet across the country?
Pay attention! A zombie's eating my brain.
And I thought about the great deal I was getting. T-Mobile home internet is just $50 a month.
Focus!
Just $50 a month. No price hikes, no monthly fees.
T-Mobile home
Bro,
internet. Pizza.
The network that powers your phone now powers your home internet.
Oh, hi. What's this? A hospital bill? For $1,100?
Looks like your wallet may need a sling, too.
Tell me about it. Did that goat say Gap?
He's talking about expenses that health insurance doesn't cover.
Well, I'm talking about the money Aflac pays to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh?
That ducted motor.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover at Aflac.com.
11-point game, Tennessee on top of Missouri. It's time now for our hometown connection presented by T-Mobile. Let's go to Sherry.
Well, guys, this features Elijah Young. The entire Missouri roster spans coast to coast, but only Young is from Knoxville, Tennessee. The junior running back is returning for his first game here at Neyland Stadium. 2019, he was Tennessee's Class 5A Mr. Football and the State Gatorade Player of the Year. Coach said he's going to be getting more opportunity days. So far, 3 rushes for 21 carries.
Yeah, 2 catches for 10 yards. And Sherry Rick, he played for former Vol Clark Duncan here in Knoxville.
It all comes home, right?
Yeah. He was recruited by Tennessee.
As they say in the South, bless his heart. Right? Bless his heart.
He was recruited by Tennessee, but he said the environment at Missouri when he went there that day sold him on playing for the Tigers. All right, here we go. The red
Under the heading, you achieve what you emphasize. We'll see how the Tigers play in this opening drive.
Got a man in motion. It's an offensive lineman. It's an extra one. It was Javon Foster. They fake the shovel, and then they throw it out of bounds. It was read perfectly by Tennessee. All right, let's look at Missouri's first half possessions.
Well, they were 3 of 8 on 3rd down. 3 of 8 on 3rd down, which when you add the 1-for-1 on 4th down is right on pace. You're going to look for a little bit more possession time in this half, but Brady Cook could not be playing a better game for his head coach.
Yeah. 2nd down and 10 for the 15. Schrader in motion out of the backfield. Got a stack at the top of your screen. And Cook trying to run. He got a block. And he's up to the 24-yard line. Make it the 23. Juwan Mitchell makes the tackle. And there's an injured volunteer down on the field. It'll be 3rd down. Looks like we got a little shoulder issue. We'll be back after this.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
Yeah. Are they still at it?
What do you think?
1, 2, down, up. They just don't stop, do they?
Nope.
What's that noise?
Devontae got a tuba.
We all know it's a problem, but no one wants to talk about it.
Yep.
We gotta do something about all those Alabama players in the house.
It's the elephant in the room.
Exactly, and it's really uncomfortable.
No, literally. The elephant is in the room. You should come home.
SEC on CBS is sponsored by Goodyear, Sonic, Allstate, and by Nissan. Well, back here in Knoxville, Smoky's trying to stay warm. Final game for Smoky, the 10.
It's been a good run for Smoky.
Yeah.
Been a good run.
Amari Small was helped off the field. He walked off under his own power, but he was kind of holding his shoulder.
Takes more than that to hurt Big O, as they say, right?
They said that they finally convinced him he wasn't a basketball player, and that's what he really turned into, a heck of a defensive lineman. All right, so 3rd down and 2. This is big for Mizzou.
Staying on the field is huge.
Cook keeps it himself. And Cook dives forward to the 31-yard line, so he does stay on the field and has a 1st down. A little slow to get up.
Tommy, he's gone over 100 yards rushing now.
102, yep.
This is the plan. This is what we call gap scheme. You've got pullers, and he just stays down. He's doing a nice job of not taking unnecessary hits either.
On 1st down, there's that tackle. He got up slow. He's got 11 carries, 102 yards. Cooper's in motion. Cook has time, zips it, and it's incomplete, nearly intercepted. Woo.
Brandon Turnage.
Yep.
That's a heck of a play.
Transfer from Alabama.
That's a heck of a play. That's called breaking on the ball. Look at him come with some speed. Or was that Jalen McCullough? No, it's Turnage.
As a quarterback, what did Cook need to do better on that?
Just get it there a little sooner.
Yeah.
And push to the outside. When you get pressure from the inside, that's where we get the term back shoulder.
2nd and 10. Bannister in motion. And Cook finds Bannister.
There's that middle field hero, Barrett Bannister.
Yep.
He just knows how to get open inside. This what a game for Brady Cook. Confidence, you can feel it growing each and every play. And I tell you what, Eli Drinkwitz is calling a whale of a game because there aren't a lot of second options. So when you're doing that, your first option has to be right.
Gain of 14 yards. In the middle of the field, pass is complete again. And it's Bannister again. McCullough makes the tackle. Sherry, what do you got?
Oh, as we saw him go down, Amari Thomas for Tennessee, he's walking off the field. He's holding that right collarbone. Looks like he's holding that collarbone all the way. And I did ask in their tunnel if he heads in all the way. That is the X-ray room. So I'll keep you updated.
All right, Sherry, thank you. On 1st down, they hand it off to Schrader. Schrader trying to get to the edge. Banks makes the tackle. Still positive yards, though, Rick, for
it's an excellent beginning.
Tigers.
It's a great first down. Anytime you get 4 yards or more on first down, you're in basically par situations, which means you can do anything you want on the next call.
It's a gain of 4. We're winding close to 9 minutes to play in the third quarter. Four-man front for Tennessee. Cook off the play fake. He's going long toward the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers!
You can feel the confidence going. This was an unbelievable play
to Lovett.
Lovett is out of the slot. It's a slot fade. It's just a beautiful throw. The reason why we call it slot fade is he's inside, and you have all that room to throw over the outside shoulder. Just a beautiful throw and catch.
Yeah, he got a couple steps on McDonald's, and Lovett with his third touchdown reception of the year.
And the swing 8 is swinging towards the Tigers.
That's a good point. 5-point game. Mevis on for the point after. Good snap. And the kick is right through the middle. 4-point game, 28-24. Mevis is now 23 of 23 on point afters. Well, Cook had 3 touchdown passes against Abilene Christian. Not too much since. He's got 2 this afternoon.
It seems like places are giving you less and less food these days.
Yes, Mama, it's called shrinkflation. Oh, shrinkflation is just another word for robbery. But this is shackflation. What? Dang, that's huge. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese on that thing.
The future is threatened by enemies often unseen and unexpected. In the midst of an uncertain and evolving world, the need for Marines to defeat these shifting threats is critical, because the need to ensure stability for our nation has never been greater. When there are battles to win for America's future, there is one constant: Marines.
A caring man took a walk. He saw people suffering. Anxiety ran high. Hatred rose. I'll prepare a feast and bring them together, he thought. But some refused to join him. He was heartbroken because he wanted everyone to be filled, not with food and wine, but with compassion.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
Tomorrow, the Jags clash with the Chiefs, while the Texans and G-Men tussle in New York. All hail Sunday. The NFL is on CBS.
A new Amazing Race, Wednesday at 9/8 Central on CBS.
Adam Zucker with his Jeep update. It took nearly 3 quarters for number 7 LSU to find the end zone at Arkansas. Up 6-3 here. Jaden Daniels to Keyshawn Boutte. And that's going to set up Josh Williams for a touchdown run that makes it 13-3. Arkansas without KJ Jefferson. They've benched Malik Hornsby. They've now gone to Cade Fortin. They got work to do, guys.
Yeah, work to do there. Missouri.
37 degrees in Fayetteville.
37 degrees.
Holy smoke.
Yeah, football weather is here around the country,
if you hadn't noticed.
8:55 to play here in the third quarter. And Missouri will kick it off. Tennessee will just let this one go out of the back of the end zone. Let's take a look at the Dr. Pepper SEC conference standings. All right, tell us the story about this, Rick.
Well, obviously, Georgia holds all the cards in the East, but this West side, with the LSU victory last week over Alabama, gives them a free path to Atlanta as long as they hold serve. 13-3 right now in Fayetteville. Ole Miss gets to put their name on the waiting list, if you will, if they can knock off Alabama today in the Grove, and hope then that LSU would get knocked off by A&M in that final game for the Tigers.
Well, Tennessee, first down, they're up by 4. Hooker Dumps it off to right, out of the backfield. Actually, let me correct that. That's Dylan Sampson. We were told he would play a little bit.
You were excited about him, Tom.
Well, just because he's so fast.
Yeah, he's a speedster. This is scripted play. Get him the ball.
He's in motion. They fake it to him. Hyatt wide open, and he's got a blocker. He may go all the way. He will. How about that? What an answer.
What a play call. What a play design by Josh Heupel. Just really fun. Jalen Hyatt, hard to imagine you don't know where 11 is. But they didn't know where he is as he came out of the backfield and ran a little wheel route and was escorted to the checkers.
Turned out to be an easy one. 68 yards to Jalen Hyatt. His 15th receiving touchdown this year. Tied for 6th most in the SEC. He's got a chance to get to 20 touchdowns. He also has 4 touchdown receptions this year, Rick, of 60 yards or more.
Explosive is an understatement when talking about the Volunteer offense.
I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Wow, what a hit. And if you have cut rate car insurance, the cost to cover that might tank your season. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
I've got all the flavors wrapped in pretty paper. I'll do you a favor, save you some for later. Yum, yum, yum. Give me some, give me some. Yum, 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 yum.
Life is busy, so come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. First, fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new.
Nice.
Then save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again.
Oh, wow.
And finally, snack up to save even more at the pump.
That's great.
Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell.
Wait, there's 3 of me? Awesome.
It begins with the flicker of an idea. And when that idea happens, in a place made for creative, collaborative thinkers, that idea can transform you.
Tonight at 7 Eastern on CBS Sports Network, catch some Mountain West action as Wyoming seeks their 4th straight win against rival Colorado State, followed by Boise State striving for conference perfection at Nevada. Getting closer to Thanksgiving. We will be in Mizzou the day after Thanksgiving for Arkansas. And
yes, you and I will. Hopefully it's a little warmer than 37, but we'll take what we get. We're just thankful, right?
Yes, we are. Here's Pete. And he is nailed at the 14-yard line.
Great coverage.
Our GMC game changer. How about this, Rick?
You can see, you've heard of the lonesome end. This is the lonesome fullback. That's Jalen Hyatt ducking down, hiding. This is what tempo gives you, Tom. No one sees him, and he's escorted to the end zone. As Brew McCoy says, follow me, son, follow me.
68 yards. It moves Hunker into 5th place all time in touchdown passes. But look at Josh Heupel. You know, he's having a good time. Play clock is down to 5. And Cook gives it to Schrader.
Very productive first down run. Drinkwitz still calling a heck of a game. Cook, confidence bursting at the seams. Important for Tim Banks, the defensive coordinator, to find an answer here and get some negative plays for this Missouri offense.
Tim Banks in his second year here at Tennessee. His 16th year as a defensive coordinator in college football. He's upstairs watching, and there is a near interception by Turnage.
First ill-advised throw by Cook. Turnage making a great play, but he had a receiver right in front of him that he just could have laid off to and kept the chains moving. As the youngsters will do, Tom, they're feeling their oats. Big third down right here, 3rd and 4.
Got to get to the 24-yard line. Bannister in motion. Whistle blows, false start.
Here we go with the self-inflicted wounds.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 5, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And this is what crowd noise will do to you. This is where you get discombobulated. We saw 6 false starts last week for Tennessee at Georgia with all that noise. Missouri's operated pretty clean today, but you can feel the excitement with that last touchdown, what's going on in this arena.
7th penalty for the Tigers. Changing the play with the play clock under 10. Cook on 3rd down. He's going to try to run for it. He's got a blocker in Schrader, and Schrader will free him for a 1st down. Good decision.
Great decision. This is what they've been missing as an offense. This get out of jail free card of a quarterback run. This wasn't called quarterback draw, it just became one. And this is how Bo Nix evolved as a quarterback and why he's in the Heisman conversation now at Oregon.
You know, looking at the replay, you see everybody was covered. Lovett at the last moment, number 7, looked like he was getting free to the Missouri sideline. But at that point, Cook was going to run. That's Burden in motion. They give it to him. Little jet sweep. And to the 30-yard line. Gain of 3. McDonald makes the tackle.
Positive play. Keeps that defense out there, and more importantly, keeps your defense getting some rest.
Yeah, they're all sick.
Although they weren't out there for long that last drive, just 2 plays.
Sellout today, 101,915 here at Neyland. 2nd and 7. Another false start.
False starts, offense, number 84, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
You know, it seems like, Sherry, everywhere we go, we talk about noise, and Coach Drinkwitz talked about the noise and how they dealt with it this year.
Yeah, and it's super loud down here as expected, and Coach Drink was telling us, ironic is what he called it, but each road game has just gotten tougher and louder, and they really try to work on that at practice to combat the noise, and I don't know if you guys can hear it now, it's getting even louder as we're about to snap the ball.
Oh, it does sound loud.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
2nd and 12. That's Young out of the backfield in motion. Pressure's coming. Oh, Cook got away. Still coming from the backside. Throws on the run. Incomplete.
Hard to question Brady Cook as well as he's playing today, but once he got around that contained defender, pin your ears back and get up the field, son. You've been making a lot of yards. They're hustling back. Drink's got to play, trying to get on the line of scrimmage so he can make adjustments as this play clock winds down.
Yeah, a little more daunting task. They're 4 of 10 from 3 on 3rd down. False start again.
prior to the snap. False start. Offense.
So
number 7.
So
5-yard
difficult
penalty.
to
3rd
communicate.
down.
As I need to wait for the official to say what he said. So difficult to communicate when it gets loud like this. Now there is no excuse for a receiver because you're not listening to a snap count anyway. You're just watching the ball. But when it gets going, it gets hard to concentrate.
Second one on this drive for Lovett. 3rd down. 3rd and 17. Bannister. And he'll be shy of the first down. He gets to the 32-yard line. Beasley comes in to make the tackle for Tennessee. 11-yard gain, and now Missouri will have to punt.
This is another place, if you're going on the road, you want to take a chance. Potential fake here.
D. Williams back to receive for Tennessee. What do we got cooking here, Rick?
Just trying to get a gunner.
Now they get this one off. It's a short punt. It's got some hang time. And Williams will take it to the 31. Well, Hendon Hooker talked about being able to perform on senior day, get his team back on track, and it's an emotional day for him and the rest of the seniors.
Oh my. What an impact he's made on a program in such a short time. Talked about, the aftermath of that Alabama game, trying to get his mom. He said, Mom, we're on TV. Stop crying.
Yeah,
you go ahead and cry, Mom. That's a heck of a story.
Yeah, in fact, Eli Drinkwitz, the head coach of Missouri, talked about how he recruited Hooker to North Carolina State.
That's right.
At one time.
And Josh Heupel had recruited him to Missouri.
Correct.
So they knew each other, which obviously fast forwards that relationship.
Sampson is in the backfield for Tennessee. They give it to him, and there's that burst. Makes another man miss. Into the open field. Can he split the last two defenders? Cannot. Down to the 27-yard line. Charleston makes the tackle. Carlisle.
I mean, it's a hard job. You're in the open field. You broke down, obviously. What a move.
37-yard gain. And he goes again. Breaks a tackle to the 10-yard line. Hopper made the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could have heard Tom McCarthy in our meetings with the coaches talking about this guy. Did you have an inside information?
I watched a little film on him, and you think about freshmen, and there's so much they have to learn before they can actually get time. Hooker to the end zone. Incomplete. And there's the flag. Rakestraw is going to be called for the penalty against Keaton.
We're going to look at this, but this corner is on an island.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 2. The foul occurred in the end zone, so the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
And I will tell you, had the ball been thrown where Hooker probably tried to throw it, which is back shoulder, they wouldn't have made that call. But because it got up the field, it ends up making Rakestraw look guilty, and he gets the call.
So they spotted at the 2. By the way, keep an eye on Princeton Fant, the tight end. He's a former running back. He's in that H-back. He's going to get the pass. Touchdown.
You're rolling hot dice, Tommy. You're rolling hot dice.
That's his second score in the air today.
His cousin Noah Fant's going to play tomorrow in Germany for the Seahawks. I bet he's watching. What time is it in Berlin right
It's
now?
a 5-hour difference. He's got time.
Or are they in Munich?
Munich.
What?
Here's McGrath. Point after. It's good. Woo. Tell you what, things have changed, haven't they?
Quickly.
The Hooker family feeling pretty good about their son. I think if you're Dylan Sampson, you're feeling pretty good about your legs. And then Fant topped it off. his second career 2-touchdown game.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
The new season is on. Familiar faces and new names are ready to go low. Can you believe that? That is the look of a winner. In big tournaments, on great courses, where anything can happen. Everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Don't miss a week of the race for the FedEx Cup. Everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
New Sunday.
Admiral Gordon was abducted from his home.
We're on our way.
Federal agents,
hands up!
New NCIS Los Angeles, Sunday on CBS.
Well, it's the 14th time under Josh Heupel that Tennessee has scored at least 40 points in a ball game. And the kickoff, which just occurred, resulted in a fair catch. So Brady Cook will bring the Tigers offense back on. And now the task is even harder because Tennessee's found a rhythm offensively.
Remember a year ago in Josh Heupel's first year here at Tennessee, he scored 62 against this Missouri team. Now this is a far different Missouri defense, but they're kind of getting the same treatment right now.
Yeah, in fact, Coach Drinkwitz talked about that. He said, it's my responsibility to get this team ready and represent the university, and I did not do my job today, meaning last year's game. On first down, Cook looking to throw, middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Dove was the intended receiver. He was open. Flowers was there on the backside.
Yeah. Again, he has so much room to run. You can see this is what we call an over route. Coming across, he just throws in behind him. Got to just drop that into the zone, but there was so much room to run for Brady Cook, and I'm sure he's going to get reminded of it by that coaching staff.
On second down, they hand it to Schrader. And the former Division II standout who rushed for over 2,000 yards at Truman State before transferring to Missouri.
I love that story. Truman State.
24 touchdowns at Truman State.
Got it back to manageable. Coach Drink staying patient with his offense. Here's another concocted formation. See if he can bleed 5 yards out of it and stay on the field.
Little diamond formation underneath. And Cook just throwing it up for grabs, incomplete.
Great job by this Tennessee defense. Great job by this Tennessee defense to get them off the field with a 3-and-out. Nothing really there. You can see Bannister trying to get back out here. Ends up throwing it away. And this is the challenge of calling plays for a young quarterback.
Well, that's the 5th 3-and-out. And that punt nearly blocked. Williams coming up. And he grabs it at the 33-yard line. Amazing how this high-powered offense can do what it's been able to do. Now look at the transition even from last year to this year offensively.
Yeah. You know, I talked to Josh about his career. He was at Oklahoma. He's obviously the glory boy there as the quarterback, national championship quarterback, and he got let go by Bob Stoops at Oklahoma. So he goes to Utah State before getting the Missouri job, and he said it was actually good for me because it got me the opportunity to do the things that I wanted to do. He trusts himself. You can see how this has blossomed into the #1 offense in the country. They average 523 yards coming in. That's first. Their points at 45 or second. I mean, it's off the charts, and here they are again putting this on the number 13 defense.
Yeah, when he was at Missouri, he led the SEC in total offense as a coach. Here's Sampson on the option. The other part, too, is that there's the pictures of him at Missouri.
Yep.
As the offensive coordinator.
I remember looking at that. He had Drew Lock as his quarterback, and they were RPOing everybody. Everybody learned what RPO was.
On second down, Middle of the field, McCoy inside Mizzou territory.
This is just a shooting gallery, Tom. Everybody comes from outside in, and you just kind of pull lead just like you would if you were hunting ducks. And take your shot.
Oh, it's a gain of 17. McCoy is over 100 yards. 2 receivers over 100. And Sampson bursts through again before Robinson takes him down.
You can see the wear and tear on this defense now. They've got both things going, a running game, a throw game. This is when they're lethal.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Sampson now 3 carries, 64 yards. Hooker going to the end zone. He's got a man, and it's incomplete. He threw it short. And there's flags all around the 25 and the 15-yard lines.
Yeah, Hyatt got grabbed. We'll see if that's the penalty.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 2 against an eligible receiver. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I wonder if Hooker thought he was throwing it to Hyatt, and that's why the ball was so underthrown to Keaton outside. But they were both open. See the double move. It's really hard as a quarterback when both guys are wide open, right?
Yeah. Jalen Wright checks into the backfield. So you think the tempo is wearing down the Tigers here?
Without question. Without question. Time of possession against these teams is so critical that you stay on the field as an offense. When you go 3 and out against these guys, you are putting your defense in an ultra stress position.
Play clock at 5. They give it to Wright. Wright running right. Out of bounds.
You can see now, normally running games are north and south. The east and west ability of these running backs for Tennessee who are fresh against the legs of guys who've been out there all day long make it difficult.
Yeah, Tennessee now has 218 yards on the ground. They run it again to Wright, who goes up the middle on first down to the 9-yard line.
And kind of like a boxer, you can feel somebody starting to feel those body blows. They keep coming at you.
Yeah.
Like waves pounding on a beach.
2nd and 7. Right again. Steps inside. Powers inside the 5 to the goal line. They're going to mark him at the 1.
Watch how fast they'll get up there and go.
Yeah, Carley's, after a gain of 8, makes the tackle.
You got him in the corner. You've got, this is a flurry right now.
And movement left side. Gerald Mincy, the redshirt sophomore, moved.
They were going to snap that at 30 seconds on the shot clock. My producer's in my head telling me it's the play clock. He doesn't. He's never been in my coach's office. We call it the shot clock.
There is no foul for a false start. The ball was not made ready for play. First down.
That's how fast they were going.
Wow.
You can't make a penalty because we haven't marked the ball yet.
I actually thought Mincy looked like he just needed a breather, and that's why he jumps.
See, the receivers are already lined up. They always stay to one side of the field.
First and goal from the 1. Hooker hands it off to Wright. Nothing there.
Looks like it might be Hendon time. Nothing like giving your quarterback on senior day another chance at the checkerboard. Mom wants it.
Yeah, they have perfect view of what's going on, where they're standing. So that's where they are. That's where the offense is.
Maybe he'll just run and hand it to him.
There you go. Yep. Maybe a little finger roll.
Missouri's sitting there going, not so fast. Too much pride in this Tiger program.
They hand it off again, and powering into the end zone is Jalen Wright. 48-24 Tennessee.
If the college football playoff committee isn't paying attention, they should be. This is a pretty impressive bounce back from the trip to Georgia.
Eight plays, 67 yards, and the point after by McGrath. It is good. 49-24. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Do not blink on this Tennessee offense. 1:19 to play here in the third quarter. 49-24. Get nonstop sports news, expert picks, and the biggest highlights on CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 Sports News Network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Along with Rick Neuheisel, I'm Tom McCarthy. Sherry Burris is on the sidelines. Gene Steratore is in the ref lounge.
Gene. We haven't had enough opportunity to talk to Gene, the review machine. No. Although there are a lot of people who like the fact, not that they don't like talking to Gene, that the ref, this game's being called that game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty amazing to see the change in emotion for the Tennessee fans, because earlier in this second half that they weren't feeling this jumpy. It was a 28-24 game. Fair catch is called for.
That touchdown pass to Hyatt got him back into it.
All right, so the college football playoff, the top 10 this week. So, Rick, you weren't sure if they'd go to 4, 5, or 6, right?
I kind of thought because of the quality of the wins for Tennessee and also the quality of the loss that they might be at 4 when TCU's staying at 5. But I think it was a favor that they did for Josh Heupel by giving him the 5, because there's no margin for error for Tennessee. And if you're trying to impress, this is exactly how you do it.
Ohio State is comfortably on top in their ball game over Indiana. That Michigan fan is waiting for the matchup later against Nebraska. That game is scheduled for 3:30 Eastern time. Love it. A first down. Gain of 5. So here's the top 5 teams' remaining games.
You can see TCU's got a huge challenge tonight at Texas. Next week they're at Baylor. Both of those games will be monster for them. So some major challenges for them. Obviously Ohio State and Michigan are going to square off at the conclusion. And while Tennessee and Georgia have important games to play, if they play their best, they're going to get to the finish line unscathed.
Schrader on 2nd and 5. And Schrader is taken down after a gain of 3 yards. Bumpus, who got a great round of applause.
It's important that Missouri fans, as you're watching this and seeing running the ball and wondering what's going on, you're building an offense here. 2 more wins are what you need to get to postseason.
Yeah.
If not today, New Mexico State is next week, and then the big game with Arkansas, and you and I will be there in Columbia. You're watching an offense come together here, and I don't think he wants to lose the rhythm of it.
3rd down and 2. Cook rolls the pocket and zips it, a la Patrick Mahomes style, and it's off his hands. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, Mookie Cooper wants to catch that one, but it's one thing to throw it to a guy. It's another thing to throw it so that you expect him to catch it. He just throws it a little too hard. Actually, looking at it again, Mookie, you got to make that play.
I wonder if the arm angle threw him off at all. It sounds strange, but they're so used to over the top.
Might have lost vision, right? Might have lost vision.
D. Williams back to receive for Tennessee. Pretty good punt. Williams backpedals inside the 15. And he's taken down at the 17-yard line, and that is the ends of the quarter. Nicholson makes the special teams tackle. We're heading to the 4th quarter here in Knoxville. Josh Heupel on senior day is getting his fans up on their feet. That doesn't work. The offense certainly does.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X is equipped to conquer the great outdoors. Or the great indoors. Welcome to the peak of premium off-roading. The new 2023 GMC Sierra AT4X. GMC, we are professional grade.
Buying a home? Rocket Mortgage will cover 1% of your rate for the first year at no cost to you, saving you hundreds, even thousands with Inflation Buster. That's more mini vacations, a lot more lattes, more date nights. Plus, if rates drop within 3 years of your home purchase, you get exclusive savings when you refinance with Rate Drop Advantage. That's more cash in your pocket. Save when you buy today and refinance tomorrow. Visit inflationbuster.com to get started.
CBS News, 60 Minutes, Sunday on CBS.
Now, are Big Macs really shrinking, or are my hands getting bigger?
Whoa, easy, big guy. Look, a big Carl.
Thank goodness.
Bite into a bigger, beefier burger. The Big Carl, only at Carl's Jr.
Seems fine to me. Yeah. Exactly right.
Dad, how big is the ocean?
Let me call you back. That is a really good question. Tell me a joke.
Knock, knock.
You ready?
You're worried about me taking care of my own payroll, but you're totally cool with me submitting my time, picking my benefits, managing my overtime, basically everything else. That's a good joke.
Empower your people to do their own payroll. Paycom, employee-driven payroll. When employees do their own payroll, they fix problems before they become problems. Paycom, employee-driven payroll.
The best deals of the year are here at the Living Spaces Black Friday event. Shop the latest selection at the lowest prices with stylish sofas for less, dining sets starting at $250, queen beds starting at $195, and a huge selection of accessories and home decor at unbelievable prices. Plus, get special financing for 60 months on any purchase with your good credit, and get it all fast with free next-day shipping. Only at the Living Spaces Black Friday event.
Living Spaces.
We have big news.
Really big.
Turns out the Big Mac isn't actually that big, unlike the really big Carl, which is...
How juicy.
Hey, we're live.
It's just you and me, baby.
I'm uncomfortable.
Bite into a really big burger. The really big Carl, only at Carl's Jr.
Sports Central with Jim Hill on CBS 2.
Well, they're certainly dancing in the stands here at Neyland. Score by quarter. Look at that. 21 in the third quarter for the Tennessee Volunteers. I mean, their offense has just been absolutely explosive. They're on the doorstep of their third 600-yard game collectively on the season.
Yeah, again, this is exactly what Josh Heupel envisioned when he came here, to get a bunch of really gifted wide receivers to go along with the front. You know, Hendon Hooker wanted to make sure we gave credit to that offensive line for giving him the kind of time he's enjoyed this year. It's been fun to watch.
Hooker's able to pick up that snap. He's going long for McCoy, and McCoy is tangled up. Carlisle was in on the coverage. So last week, 13 points, surprising. Today, 49. A little more expectations to that one. All these numbers are totally different today.
Yeah, look at the third down number, 2 for 14. That's where you got to give Kirby Smart and that defensive staff all the credit in the world. To hold Tennessee down for 2 for 14. The other thing that is not on this graphic is what the noise did in terms of communicating, getting plays checked so that you got the right play against the right defense, and also the illegal procedures and the sacks.
Sampson, not much there. Just a couple of yards. DJ Coleman makes the tackle. Excuse me, that was Jabari Small who made that run. What a three-headed monster that Tennessee's had today. I mean, obviously Sampson, most of his has been in the third quarter, but
and fresh legs coming into the offense while this defense is wearing down.
Letting some clock run down here.
Fascinating to watch the backdrop of the play callers, right? These black shields that are along the sideline that are hiding from the fans and from the coaches up in the booth.
Hooker's pass is complete near the SEC logo.
Probably going to punt it.
Yeah, Manuel in on the tackle.
But you see, what they're doing is, if the opposing coaches cannot sit and film those signals,
yes,
so that you can go home and figure them out, decipher them, right? They're going 4th and 1.
4th down and 1. They're trying to get Missouri to jump. By the way, that catch was by Squirrel White, the freshman, his first catch of the day for Tennessee.
Josh Heupel, this much of a riverboat gambler, this close to the Tennessee River?
They're really trying to get him to jump.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
And timeout is called.
Timeout. Tennessee. They're first of the half.
Fourth down and 1. Tennessee. Well, they are close to the Tennessee River. Is there a goalpost in there?
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Introducing IHG One Rewards. 17 hotel brands, 6,000 global destinations. One loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
Time to take a look at our IHG Hotels and Resorts game recap. There's a lot of good on that, including what Cook has done for Missouri, but how about what Tennessee's done?
Yeah, listen, Brady Cook is growing up today, and despite the score on the scoreboard, Drink's got himself a quarterback.
Yeah.
The story, of course, is Tennessee. You know, getting knocked down last week like they got knocked down. What would be the response? I think everybody who wears orange is very excited about what they've done today.
You played college football. You coached college football. The 7 days sometimes is long after you lose a game like they lost last week.
You know, it was interesting in talking to the coaching staff how quickly this team, but this is an old team. Hendon Hooker's 24 years old. There's some maturity, and this senior class got everybody together and said, we are not going backwards. Keep looking forward. There's great things ahead.
Luther Burden back deep to receive. That's off the side of the foot. Burden's going to let it bounce, though. Well, that takes a Tennessee bounce. Burden's, he picks it up. Probably just let it go.
Should I? Oh, my. Live to tell about it, Tommy. Live to tell about it.
Don't forget, later in the game, it's the play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. Let's go down to Sherry.
Well, guys, you talk about Tennessee wanting to get back on the field. In our meetings, remember, Hendon Hooker was like, guys, I want to play another game right now, and that was yesterday afternoon. But I didn't have a chance, actually, during the game to catch up with the Peyton Manning. And I asked him, what do you think of what the team in Hendon is doing? He said he absolutely loves it, resiliency particularly. And talking about Hendon's journey to this point, he's been so impressed. He remembers when he went to those Manning camps, and he was impressed with Hendon then and still now.
I was impressed with, his size yesterday, the size of his hands.
Yeah, he gave you a grip, didn't he?
He sure did. On first down, Cook wrapped up and taken down. He was smothered by Tyler Barron.
He saw air, and then it evaporated. He had his back Schrader out there in the flat. He saw that air, and it closed. That's what happens in the Power 5, and in particular in the SEC.
Barron, a local kid from Knoxville Catholic. His brother, Woody, plays for the Montreal team in the CFL. Second down. Cook tries to zip it to Lovett, but he's bumped by McDonald's. And there's a flag in.
It looks as if they're going to call... No, they're going to call defensive pass interference. He had originally signaled he was calling pass interference on the offense. Having a little conference down here.
Pass interference, defense, number 12. The ball will be placed in the start of the foul. First down.
So I guess McDonald got there a little early.
Just a little. Listen, this is the hardest job in the world. It's a bang-bang play.
Yeah, it is.
You know, judgment calls by the officials. You got to live with those as a defensive back coach.
Yeah, so they spotted at the 17. It'll be first down. So
Coach Drink's got to get back in rhythm on first down. Get these positive downs so he can keep that whole playbook open.
Tennessee showing blitz. They hand it off to Schrader. He slips one tackle. And then Mitchell bounces him forward to the 24.
This is a long view of Missouri as a program. You know, they just gave Coach Drink a 2-year extension. They buying in. He sees progress right here. The scoreboard says we're way behind, but I promise you, he's seeing the big picture.
Yeah, and he's had to defend his quarterback this week, Brady Cook. They give it to Schrader again, and Schrader tackled by Barron behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of 1.
Very good play. Coming off the edge.
He just couldn't get away. So now third down.
Big third down. Try and stay on the field here. You can hear this crowd get into it. They become the 12th man in third down.
Just north of 101,000 on hand today.
Jumped.
It's going to be another false start penalty.
So you want to try something hard, ladies and gentlemen? Try to hear a snap count in 100,000 people.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 84, 5-yard penalty, third down.
Sherry, how loud is it? Are your ears ringing?
They're ringing so loud, and I have my security guard, Joe, down here keeping me safe. And to talk to him, I have to lean in so close, even have to repeat myself sometimes. And what else I've noticed on the field, the speakers are in very strategic positioning on the sideline, which I've not seen in other stadiums before.
3rd and 10. Love it in motion. Cook steps up, passes complete to Bannister, and Bannister has a first down.
A beautiful throw, great pocket presence. We're watching him grow up.
Yep.
We're watching him grow up. You seal the inside, come back into that hole that was created by the seal. Bannister does a great job of giving him a target. Bullseye.
Gain of 15 yards. Bannister, the graduate student, and says that his journey to Mizzou and beyond, an awesome one. He'll get it again. And he's up across the 35 to the 36.
Great job. Take what they give you. Stay ahead of the chains. Par down. Drink's got his whole playbook to him.
And I know you, as a college coach, you've had guys like Bannister.
Right.
They're preferred walk-ons. And they open eyes, and you have to eventually...
Heck, I'm a guy like Bannister.
Yes.
I wasn't preferred, but I was a walk-on. It's wonderful. They're great for the locker room, and obviously they become hugely productive players.
7 targets, 6 catches.
I was actually not preferred.
Well, you were at the end. Here's Schrader, slips a tackle. Not much else there. Schrader now with 10 carries. Roman Harrison made the tackle. The 10 carries give him 400 for his college career. That's Division II and at Mizzou.
This play call will give us a clue as to whether or not Drink's going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback run again. Cook's over 100 yards today. Don't be surprised if we see his legs.
13 carries, 108 yards. And Cook is going to roll the pocket. He's trying to get away. And he's going to be just shy, I think, of the first down. I would think they'll go for it.
I think they're going to go for it. It's less than a yard. Yeah.
Latrell Bumpus made the tackle. Charles
got
is down.
Tennessee defender down.
Christian Charles, the sophomore from Gainesville. So an injured player. We got a timeout on the field.
You pop them in, you go to bed, and they do all the work.
Straighten your teeth while you sleep with Smile Direct Club nighttime aligners.
They don't interfere with your daily lifestyle at all.
Choose easy. Choose Smile. Get started for free at SmileDirectClub.com.
New flavors? Worth fanning over. They're great!
Be back in a sec.
We can't wait forever.
Oh, your nacho fries, please.
Can't be mad. We got you nacho fries.
Made with Mexican spices. Made for nacho cheese sauce. Only at Taco Bell.
Well, that's the thing about claims, you see. They don't happen on your schedule. I mean, take a chestnut. It doesn't just say, oh, beg pardon, sir, but is now a good time for a jolly bit of window cracking? I mean, if they did, you wouldn't need a Geico claims team that's available 24/7. Well, near as I can tell, chestnuts don't talk. Or maybe they're just really quiet.
Geico, your claims team is here for you 24/7.
Well, got things to do, Mr. Chestnut, so...
The Home Depot SEC on CBS is sponsored by Taco Bell, Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, Navy Federal Credit Union, and by Smile Direct Club. It's an ode to Smokey number 10, final game. Try to keep Smokey warm. (49-24). Tennessee is on top. 4th and 1. What do you think, Rick, here?
You know, they've tried the interior of this defense and not been successful. I think it's going to be either quarterback or read, meaning he'll put it in the belly and then try to get outside. They also threw a touchdown pass to Towski Dove, 4th and 1 earlier in the game.
Elijah Young is in the backfield. He's a dual threat. Oh, now they've got a new quarterback under center. This is Tyler Macon, and Macon will pitch it to Elijah Young, who bobbles it, and it's picked up by Tennessee. Came in and picked it up off the grounds.
Coaches love ball plays. Coaches love ball plays, but the question is, can the guys you coach execute them?
Yeah.
That probably got practiced twice. Looked great on the practice field. And with the lights on, didn't get done. Clearly didn't get done.
Yeah. It was in Young's hands. Now, he led him a little too far on the pitch. But
the pitch needs to be handled, but everybody's excited. And the question is, how much rep? And this is where the old coach goes to the young coach and says, how'd you do?
So now first down for Tennessee, deep inside Missouri territory. Warren can't hang on. It'll be 2nd down.
The good news for Coach Drink on that, he doesn't have to go down to the coordinator's office to talk to him about that call.
That is very true.
He's the coordinator.
That is very true.
Buck stops here. 2nd down and 10.
Here's Sampson. Not much going. He did get a couple yards to the 28. Hey, listen. There are upsets in college football today. How about this one here? Look at Vandy. Knocked off number 24, Kentucky.
So excited for my guy, Clark Lee. Clark was on my staff at UCLA. Helped him get going in this coaching business, and now he's the head coach at his alma mater. That's a huge win for Vandy. That's breaks a winless streak in the SEC of
first one since 2019.
Since 2019.
SEC win since 2019.
That's why I hang out with you, Tommy. You got all the info, man. Need the info.
3rd down and 8. I did have somebody hand me that, though, to be honest. All right, so what are you doing here? You're going to run a play here? You're going to bring in the field goal kicker?
You're going to bring in your field goal kicker. And by the way, this kick is going to be about the same length as the kick, maybe a little longer than that one at the same goalpost. Well, that goalpost might be in the river.
Right.
But at the same side of the field where we saw orange euphoria spill onto the field.
So we got intentional grounding on Hendon Hooker. He did throw it to nobody in the back of the end zone.
Hey, it's senior day for Mr. McGrath, too.
That's right. His career long is 52. This will be, we'll see how they officially spot it, if it's a 48 or 49-yard field goal attempts. His long on the year is 51. His long for his career is 52. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way. He's got plenty of leg, and it is good. All the seniors getting into the mix. 52-24. Tennessee on top of Missouri.
Wow, it really turned out great.
Yeah, and with the money we saved with Navy Federal Credit Union, it was practically free.
You know, I can't imagine where we'd be without them.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
May the weather be cold and your tub be hot. May your hard seltzer be as bubbly as jet-setting number 7. And may the real vodka and real juice be paired with real good company. High noon, sun's up.
Mercedes-Benz is turning electric completely on its head, bringing legendary design and state-of-the-art technology to a fully electric SUV. The all-new, all-electric EQB from Mercedes-Benz.
Domino's online carryout deal includes all your favorites for just $7.99 each. So let's play a word association game. Dips and twists.
$7.99.
8-piece wings.
$7.99.
Large one-topping pizzas.
$7.99.
The only place to get this deal.
Domino's.
CBS Friday.
We may have been criminals.
Let's go!
That's not who we are now. I'm here to save as many lives as possible.
TV's top new series, Fire Country, Friday on CBS.
Adam Zucker in New York. Here's how Vanderbilt ended that 26-game SEC losing streak. As Tom and Rick were talking about, Mike Wright to Will Shepherd in the final minute for the 4th lead change of the second half at Kentucky. They win it 24-21, and LSU in the driver's seat in the SEC West may have just gotten a game-sealing turnover at Arkansas, guys.
All right, Zook, thank you very much. We appreciate that. It's 52-24 here. Tennessee's on top. Don't forget, coming up next, the second game of our SEC on CBS doubleheader features friends and rivals writing the next chapter in their history. Nick Saban leads 9th-ranked Alabama against Lane Kiffin's 11th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels. That's coming up next here on CBS. One more time, our college football playoff, our top 10 this week. Georgia, number 1. They got Mississippi State later on, and of course, Tennessee, number 5. Oregon's really turned their season around since that opening loss to begin the year.
They have their hands full today. That rivalry with Washington, I was a part of it. That's a blood feud. There's no love lost there. That will be interesting, as it will be in Austin, Texas, as the Frogs go to play against their old head coach.
Yep.
He's an analyst there for Steve Sarkisian. Gary Patterson will have some interest in that outcome.
By the way, Ohio State fan here in Tennessee.
Server
easy day today
sign.
for the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
All right, so Tennessee will kick it off. Missouri has 7:54 left to play here in the 4th quarter. A second half that's basically become all Tennessee. Pete calls for the fair catch. All right, so 21 seniors honored today before the ball game. Trey Flowers, we really enjoyed talking to him yesterday.
Number 75.
We spent all our time, Tom, talking about, you know, the X's and O's. When you're in the coaching world, these guys become your children. And to see where they started and where they're finishing as they come jogging down that power T right there, I can only imagine what this coaching staff is looking at them and see these are young men, and man, are they productive.
Yeah, and what did you say to Trey Flowers yesterday?
I said, are you going to cry?
Yeah.
He said, probably.
They also talked about how fast his college career has gone, and it does go quickly. Luther Burden on the run, a little jet sweep out of bounds.
Coming into the game, Luther Burden averaged only 8 yards a catch. That's one of the reasons. That's a completion.
Yes.
But it's a way to get Luther Burden another touch, another chance, another reason to believe that his future is unbelievably bright at Missouri.
Yeah, he said, Coach Drake told us that earlier this year, development. A lot of times freshmen don't realize there is a development that has to be done before you feel the impact. Cook going to the far sideline, incomplete, trying to get to Burden again.
And that's what the administration felt. You know, they can see that there's buy-in in this program, right? That they are all following Coach Drink. There's no reason to throw the baby out with the bathwater and start over again. You keep everybody in place and you keep building. Still 2 chances to get those 2 wins after this one. And I think they've got a decent chance to get it done, especially with the growth of Cook today.
3rd and 7. Lovett comes in motion. And Cook finds Lovett. Nice curl. Got him the first down and a little bit more. Wesley Walker in on the tackle.
Press coverage across the board there by the Volunteers, which makes it you can get picked. But he stays with his guy Lovett. Lovett makes the play, gets back inside, a huge opportunity.
Got a flag that came in late. The field judge came over and threw it from the near sideline. Got a little jawing maybe going on.
Something going on. They're all pointing at Missouri as if something was a foul or a miss.
Lovett did go over and say something to Turnage after it was over with, but we would just be speculating at this point.
Certainly a dead ball foul.
Yeah.
Pass interference, offense, number 7.
Whoa.
15-yard penalty, remains first down.
You got to help me with that one, Rick.
I'm at a loss.
I mean, the play happens.
How are they giving it as a first down? Still first down if the play happened and you're calling offensive pass interference.
All right, so take a look. It's after the play.
First down.
That can't be offensive pass interference. Interesting.
So Turnage was helping Lovett put the jersey back over the shoulder pad. All right, now they correct it to be 3rd down.
Now, okay, yes.
It still doesn't make sense that the flag was so late unless it was on the sidelines and the field judge just said, hey, you guys missed it, here it is.
They got talked into it by that Tennessee staff. They pointed out something.
3rd down at 22. Cook, little pass underneath. That's Dove. All right, look at the bottom of your screen. Oh, yeah, so then it's not 7.
Yes.
18 who's called for
7 caught the ball.
Yeah, it was Peanut Houston who's
Peanut Houston was blocking outside, but with somebody in your face, you're allowed to get some contact. He just needed to look like a receiver rather than blocking. And if the ball were caught at the line of scrimmage or behind, it would have been legal, but because it was over the line, they called the penalty.
It was tardy, though, wasn't it late?
And there was help from that Tennessee sideline.
Yeah. Here's Stonehouse. Williams, fair catch. 52-24, Tennessee is on top. Is Milton going to get a run? He might. He's got the helmet on. We'll be back after this.
The world used to be unsearchable. Then came Google. Our body's rhythm used to be invisible. Then came Fitbit. What if the two forces joined together? What if you were more in tune with your body and with the world around you? What if Fitbit transformed the way we live? Again, Fitbit by Google.
'Twas a night at the Home Depot, at every location.
A night when our stores see a grand transformation. We bring out the tools you really do need, like snowmen and string lights and plenty of trees. We work through the night preparing our splendor for Black Friday savings all through November. And what you do next is always fantastic, because we have the tools to make your holiday magic. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic. A new sports classic is born. Pickleball! Stephen Colbert hosts the biggest celebrity pickleball tournament ever.
Just hope this doesn't get weird.
Pickled, Thursday, 9, 8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Friday on CBS, it's TV's top news series, Fire Country. The show critics call explosive, compelling, and pure entertainment. Don't miss Fire Country, Friday, 9, 8 Central on CBS. Hendon Hooker's day is done. 25 of 35, 355 yards, 3 touchdowns. He also ran for 50 yards and a touchdown. Really productive senior day. And Joe Milton.
Under the heading of a tone, I think he did just.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
May have taught himself another lesson that he can atone. I think he thought that anyway, just from meeting with him.
Yeah, he was not overly burdened by last week's deal, which is the mark of a great leader.
But he did say he would love to face Georgia again down the road if possible.
Yeah.
I think everybody would like to see that. Here's Milton running the option. He's a big dude. And he lowers his shoulder inside Missouri territory.
Yeah, that was the antithesis of avoiding contact. We looked at this guy in the pregame, ladies and gentlemen, and I promise you, he is Battlestar Galactica out there. He was throwing the ball from midfield through the goalposts.
It was rather impressive. There you go, toward the end zone.
Did I mention he has a big arm?
Yep. Touchdown, Tennessee. Keaton from Milton.
Aren't you happy for Joe Milton? I mean, Joe Milton was booed here against Ole Miss last year when he didn't get the ball out of his hands in that final drive. And here he is getting a chance. I'm told he's got another year of eligibility if he wants to come back.
I believe that is correct.
If I'm Josh Heupel, I'm recruiting him starting right now.
5 touchdown passes this year for Milton in limited action. Transfer from Michigan. 58-24.
The portal is real, is it not?
Oh, it is real.
Hendon Hooker from Virginia Tech here. Joe Milton from Michigan here.
See, Rick, knee is down, but the ball's already crossed the plane of the goal line.
I'm trusting you. You're Tommy Mack.
I felt good about that one. Point after, it's good. 59-24. Last year it was 62-24. 644 yards of total offense for the Volunteers.
And there's no downshifting.
No.
You know, when you're in this kind of offense, you're committed to this kind of offense. It isn't like you're trying to run up the score. There's just no ability to downshift. If I was saying a negative, you know, when it's a one-score lead or something like that, you know, then you like to be able to get 4-minute and bleed clock. But in this offense, you keep full throttle. Here's their remaining schedule: South Carolina next week on the road, and then finish against Vanderbilt, who got a win today. Huge win for the Commodores. That's if they play anywhere close to like they're playing now.
Yeah.
They're going to make it really difficult for the committee not to have them amongst the nation's best 4.
Well, 5:43 to play here in the fourth quarter. And the kickoff. Now that one will go into the end zone and out of the back of the end zone. As Missouri takes over, it is time now for the play of the game, presented by Jersey Mike's Subs. Well, there have been a lot to choose from, but how about this pass play? Brew McCoy on the block. Here's Bob Kessling, WIVK.
So 2nd down and 3. Sampson comes in motion. They'll fake it to him. Then they fire down the left sideline. Complete to Hyatt. He's got it at midfield to the 40, to the 30. It's a foot race. They'll never catch him. Crank up Rocky Top. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalen Hyatt, 68 yards.
Bob does such a great job in the volunteer network. Nathaniel Pete in the backfield for Mizzou. He'll take the fake, and then they dump it off underneath to Bannister. Oh, man. That's going to be a face mask by Jawan Mitchell and a little bit more. Bannister does pop up. That's a little scary.
Yeah, that's scary. Not intentional. Just
personal foul, face mask, defense, number 10. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
Still can't say enough about the growth of Brady Cook today. You know, there was a point in the game where he didn't take that throw. Tried to go down the field and make a bigger throw and ended up having to punt, you know, given that they weren't able to get the first down with that easy throw.
Yeah, 17
a conversation after that with his head coach, and now he's taking it.
Yeah. 17 of 31, 199 yards, 2 touchdowns, but also 100 yards on the ground.
Huge growth.
And Cook is going down. Boy, he was smoked from the backside. James Pierce, the freshman. Loss of 7.
Just beats the one-on-one block inside. Left tackle gets beat. He gets home. And Cook's left to his own devices.
Under 5 to play here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 17. Love it. Oh, excuse me. Dove. And Dove out toward midfield, shy of the first down by 2. All right, so Rick, you kind of laid out keys to pull off an upset. There was a point today where they were getting to these keys.
Well, what we didn't count on was the number 13 defense in the country having 59 points scored against them. They were unable to create any turnovers, and that creates short fields for the offense. I thought the offense performed admirably, but that defense, not enough gas in the tank against this high-octane Tennessee offense.
Cook will keep it himself. He lowers his shoulder. He's going to be shy of the first down.
They got to go for it here.
Yeah, Elijah Simmons got a piece of that tackle for Tennessee. There's no sense in punting here.
I'm going to bet that they use a play that they use a lot in this 4th down.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Not bringing the quarterback under center to backup quarterback under center?
I don't think so. I think we're going to see a standard play here. Now we've got issues.
I think the left tackle may have moved.
Oh, he did.
Javon Foster.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
It's at least 5 or 6 false starts in the second half. And now they're going to punt it.
I'm looking at Coach Drink's face there. I've been there. Coach, you're going to be fine. He's had growth today.
Just might take a couple of days to think about it, right? Williams takes it at the 19. For most of you, we will leave this game in a few minutes to get you to the kickoff of Ole Miss and Alabama. You'll be able to see the end of this game at CBSSports.com. Outstanding job today. Thanks to our producer, Scott Brandwine, our director, Andy Friedman, our associate director, Steve Murphy. Happy Veterans Day to Murph, Air Force veteran. He put together that tease with the rest of the crew in the truck. Sherry's been trying to stay warm down on the sidelines with everybody else that's watching from down below. First down for Tennessee. Sampson half the size of Milton in the backfield. And Milton's going to fire again. Not much there. It's a gain of 1. Carlisle's in on the tackle. That was Walker Merrill with his first reception of the day for Tennessee.
And Walker Merrill better catch it or it's going to put a hole in his chest. That thing was going at least 100 miles.
And 2:40 left to play here in the.
By the way, Tommy, congratulations to your Phillies on a great run.
It was a great run.
Tommy's the voice of the Philadelphia Phillies, who got to the series this year. Great run by that ball club.
Well, we've been talking a lot about the college football playoff as Sampson will run into some daylight up to the 42-yard line. And you know this, Rick, there's nothing better than playoff anything.
Right. Yeah, Tennessee's just got their fingers crossed. I know their faithful have their fingers crossed. They get another shot at these top 4 teams.
Gain of 22. Sampson's got 97 yards on the ground. Look at Milton. Let it fly. He's got a man. And he'll be shy of the goal line by about a yard.
That ball flew 67 yards in the air.
Squirrel White was able to roll under it. That is a powerful arm, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
They're over 700 yards, and they really could just take a knee from
and
here.
They will. I'm guessing. I'm guessing now that they've got the understanding here, although Jalen Hyatt runs back into the game.
Freer King is in as well.
Yeah, I think hype.
You think this is just victory formation, right?
I'm hoping so.
Yeah, Tennessee has called a timeout. Again, they're
30 seconds in lead.
They're 3 points away from matching the score from a year ago, which I don't think either one of us thought that would happen in the middle of the third quarter.
No, we thought the prize fight at the outset of this ball game was Tennessee offense versus this number 13 Missouri defense. And right now we're sitting there with 723 yards put up against the number 13 team in the land. And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, watching the film of Missouri's defense, it was not an accident. There were plenty of great defensive players on that side of the ball, and certainly some good scheme. Tennessee just took it out on somebody, and unfortunately today it was the Tigers.
Yeah, 723 yards is a record, Tennessee record.
They've been playing football here for a while. Guy named Manning used to be here.
Under Josh Heupel. It's a record under Josh Heupel.
Oh.
723 yards. We're checking on whether it is a program record.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be hard-pressed to find something that's different. All right, here we go. Let's see what Tennessee's going to do. Looks like we got victory formation. Nope, they're going to huddle up. Maybe not. Yeah. No, they're not. Milton's going to be out of the gun.
Victory.
To Sampson, not much there. He got smothered.
There's a lot of pride on this Tiger defense now.
Adam Zucker here in New York. If you want to see the last minute of this one, you can go to CBSSports.com. For those of you expecting to see Alabama at Ole Miss, we'll get you out to that game after this message and a word from your local station.
Colbert's new with former First Lady Michelle Obama, Monday on CBS.
Wow. Let's break this down and take another look. With this new Toyota, you're getting the style, the performance, and this amazing deal on top of all that. It's win-win, as they say.
We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
The future looks good. The future looks good to me. We'll find our way back. We're on the right track, and we don't look back. No, no. The future looks good.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job, so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. Get $1,500 total cash allowance on all 2022 Silverado pickups with a 2.7-liter turbo engine. Plus, unlock your code to claim $500 Chevy Cyber Cash.
Find new roads at your Southern California Chevy dealers.
Toast. Your smell is the smell of morning itself. For you, only the perfect timing will do. Those who dare and let you fall will be quick to learn Murphy's Law. How can something so ordinary turn into something so sublime? Elevate the toast with Bertolli Extra Virgin Olive Oil. Elevate your every meal.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at my new Toyota.
Really? I thought new vehicles were hard to come by.
Well, my Toyota dealer made it easy.
Really?
Yep. Told them what I wanted. They called me when it came in. Before I knew it, sitting in my driveway.
CBS 2 News with Pat, Evelyn, and Jim. Stories that connect us all.
CBS Sports presents a Saturday matinee between the Crimson Tide of Alabama and the Rebels of Ole Miss.
My life is a movie.
You can't write a better script than this.
Nick Saban takes his show on the road to face Lane Kiffin here in Oxford.
And our stars all over this football field. When the lights are the brightest, that's when Bryce Young really shines.
Jackson Dart, he looks like he was plucked right off a Hollywood film set.
It's Alabama versus Ole Miss.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, folks.
Get your popcorn ready.
It's showtime here in Oxford.
My life is a movie.
In fact, a double feature today on CBS Sports. Game one was Tennessee and Missouri as your appetizer. Main course coming up on the Home Depot SEC on CBS from Oxford, Mississippi and Vaught Hemingway Stadium. Our matchup, the number 9 team in the country, the Crimson Tide of Alabama, the number 11 Rebels of Ole Miss. Only once beaten as you take a look at the standings and what's at stake. LSU eked out a win today over Arkansas. So Ole Miss needs to start winning today against Alabama, snap a 6-game losing streak to get them, then win out and hope that Texas A&M can give them some help on Thanksgiving weekend. Welcome everybody. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell. Alabama won the toss and deferred. And today's weather is, you should have been here yesterday kind of weather. Beautiful yesterday, upper 70s. It's 40 degrees at kickoff. And we're underway. Dalen Robinson from the 3-yard line. And Robinson pops it out to about the 23, and that's where they'll go to work offensively. And led by Jackson Dart. Their quarterbacks had a fine season. They had a bye week last week after beating Texas A&M 2 weeks ago, 31-28.